Hey, Ryan Reynolds here. Wishing you a very happy half-off holiday because right now Mint Mobile is offering you the gift of 50% off unlimited. To be clear, that's half price, not half the service. And Mint is still premium unlimited wireless for a great price. So that means a half day. Yeah? Give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan equivalent to $15 per month required. New customer offer for first 3 months only. Speed slow after 35 gigabytes if network's busy. Taxes and fees extra. See mintmobile.com.
I am coming to tickle you with a new live tour called Nick Offerman Big Woodchuck. Please visit nickofferman.co for tickets and information and other delights.
'Twas a cold winter's night, and without any heat, I wore Bombas socks so they'd warm up my feet. Yay, my feet cried. These socks are the best. So cushy and warm, I can finally rest. But don't rest, I said. There's more, if you please. Bombas also makes underwear, slippers, and tees. And for each thing you purchase, they donate one new to someone who needs it so they're cozy too. Everybody deserves to feel good all the time, so gift Bombas this season. That's the end of this rhyme. Go to bombas.com/audio and use code AUDIO for 20% off your first purchase.
Oh, ho, ho, ho! Last week, we watched Riddick.
Oh, this week we watched Red One.
The connection is Bald Boys.
Oh, ho, 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 that's what I want for Christmas.
What? Ho, ho, ho! Merry Kringle Kringle to all the good little boys and reindeer out there. I am, of course, Santa, here to gift you with an early Christmas present of a December episode of Oldie But A Goodie. I am, of course, joined by Crampy Boy. How are you doing, Crampy Boy?
Oh, fucking hate this time of year, mate. It sucks. I'm like, oh, for Krampus' sake, fuck.
Yeah, it's because you get a lot of cramps.
Yeah, my back ain't what it used to be. That's right. Krampus. That's a good joke, actually. I haven't heard that one before.
Ho, 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 you're cramping my style, I think is what you're trying to say. Because this week we're celebrating Christmas. It's Christmas time. It's actually me, Zach. And I'm joined by Sandro, who is always Crampy Boy all year round.
That's, well, accurate, yeah. That's accurate, I guess.
We watched Red One this week, because Sandro picked the red one. He was offered the blue one and the red one, and he picked the red one.
Now, Zach, next episode is our Christmas special.
Yeah.
In the episode calendar, it says, pick a Christmas movie for next week.
Uh-huh.
Why are you making us do one now? Why'd you do that?
I was feeling the merry cheer, you know? It is December time, and Woolworths already has their Christmas decorations for the past 3 weeks of November. So I was really starting to feel that Christmas cheer. We could all use a bit more Christmas cheer nowadays. So I thought, why not start it a little bit early, you know? Sneak it a little bit early to get a nice Christmas theme rolling. And I thought, wouldn't that be a nice little gift for Sandro that he gets an easy connection for next week, you know?
It's true.
It leads him easily into the next one, you know?
Incredibly easy. One of the easiest so easy I don't even have a connection. I'll just say one and it'll work. It's easy.
Yeah. That's what I do every week, except mine aren't easy. Mine are just bad.
So that's why you've done this. That's why you picked a bunch of Christmas movies, and then I picked Red One out of all of them. Unknowingly picked the movie Red One.
It was also, I was looking at Christmas trilogies to see maybe if I was going to use my trilogy card this year as well. So I was looking at Christmas movies that I might want to watch. But none of the trilogies were good. Not a single one of them, except maybe the Santa Claus.
Oh, we've done that though.
But we've already done that. So
I mean,
I
you
was
could
like,
pick.
nope.
No, I think they've only done 2 seasons of the TV show, so you can't even pick
Exactly.
a trilogy card for 3. The only good Christmas trilogy that I can think of is called The Princess Switch, which is Vanessa Hudgens from High School Musical plays identical people who look the same, and they do a switch, and one of them is a princess. But it's fun because each sequel adds a new identical person.
Oh,
so
my
it ends
God.
and there's like 4.
There's 4 people in the third one?
It's
That's
trash.
crazy.
It's awful. It's terrible, but I love it. Very fun.
I would use the trilogy card on something like that.
Please
Absolutely.
don't. Please don't. Well, we're watching Red One, which is a movie where Santa is kidnapped, and Dwayne Johnson and Chris Evans and Black Adam and Captain America have to save the day.
Yeah. This movie was pretty Marvel-coded.
I'll give some first impressions off the bat. Honestly.
Yeah, I was going to ask, Sandro, are
Yeah.
you full of merry cheer after watching this movie?
Honestly, look, it's got problems, and I'll go through them in depth later. But this was a lot better than I thought it was going to be. This was actually a lot of fun. I just wish that I could see what was going on.
Sandro, I'm going to say it. I think we are cursed.
Why are we cursed?
We are cursed with an affliction, one of the worst that infects the world. You know, not many people have it, but those who have it know it's horrible recompense onto themselves. Which is being a movie reviewer. You know.
Yes.
Because we see all these movies, so their faults. They lie in the open in front of us. They become easier to see with each viewing of a movie. You see the tropes and the ideas that are more common, and then get rehashed.
Yes,
and that people like, and you scrutinize and you see between the cracks of this painting, and you go, this painting is terrible. But then people say, what are you talking about? This is the Mona Lisa. But you're like, yeah, but there's a speck of dust on it, so it's shit.
That's true.
You know?
The Mona Lisa is a
So what
piece
I'm
of
saying
shit,
is,
quote unquote,
this
the Lonely
movie
Island.
is the Mona Lisa.
This is the Mona Lisa. This movie. How so?
Because the Mona Lisa is shit, and it's only by circumstances that the Mona Lisa is famous.
You think this movie's shit?
No.
No, oh, okay.
Quite to the contrary, in fact.
Oh, the complete contrary. You think it's a masterpiece?
Yes.
Wow.
But only from a perspective that I cannot reach. You know what I mean?
I don't understand what you're saying. I don't know. This is all going over my head.
It was me trying to be as artsy as possible to say that.
Oh, right.
I think this movie is alright.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty good. But also the fact that I watch so many movies makes this movie worse.
I agree with what you're saying. However, I also disagree. And I think because we watch so many movies, personally, for me, I enjoyed this more. Because we watch a lot of movies, I think I have a fine appreciation for trash. And so this is self-aware. This movie is self-aware. I think it knows it's bad at points.
Okay.
I think that it's not taking itself too seriously, and I think the performances, particularly Chris Evans, knows that it's probably not the best thing ever, so he's playing into it.
I think that's pretty clear from the opening scene.
Yeah,
in this
definitely.
Film. Yeah.
So I think that has improved it, and I think because I watched so many movies, I'm like, you know what, you can have a little bit of fun every now and then.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree wholeheartedly. I think this would be better for a child, though. I think a child who had never seen a movie before...
Oh, wow, yeah, okay.
Who watches this for the first time is going to have their mind fucking blown. Dude.
That is fair.
I think this would be to them a Mona Lisa of artworks.
But Zach, that's one confusing thing about this movie, is this isn't a kid's movie, though. I mean, kids could watch it, but there's constant swearing throughout the whole film. It's got a lot of like scary moments as well. I think it's like a 13. You've got to be 13 for this film, which I'm like, but at that age, you're not going to want to watch this.
Yeah, well, I think you are because it has The Rock and Chris Evans in it.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't think kids care about movie stars anymore.
No, they care about Marvel stars, though. They care about...
I don't know. I honestly don't. And I do have a few young cousins. They're the generation after Marvel, so they don't care.
You know what? I think you're right, actually. I think what I'm saying is the movie thinks you care about... The 13-year-olds care about The Rock and Chris Evans, so they'll come and see it at 13 years of age, having not seen any other movie before, and be blown away by this movie in particular.
Do you think that they won't care that you can't see what's going on half the time? This is my major criticism with this movie, was I don't like modern movies because you can't see what's going on.
I will need examples when we get to them.
Okay.
To understand exactly what you're saying now.
Every scene at night is shot with realistic lighting, which is code for put some fucking lights on and light the scene properly, because I can't tell what's happening.
You just need to turn up the brightness on your display.
See,
That's
here's the
all I'm
thing.
saying.
I agree with you, but I also... Shut up.
But no, I think that's a fair criticism. There was a bit of night stuff, and it was hard to see what was going on.
My other criticism is I don't care once you hit the final half hour. I'm checked out at that point. But the first hour and a half I thought was pretty fun.
I will say I was slightly checked out till they started fighting a lot, and then I was like, I can turn my brain on for a bit of action, you know. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
But it is, there's a lot of cliches here.
Yeah.
And I think the cliches they are saddened for me because I know the cliches. Because if I didn't know the cliches were coming, I would think those bits were really good. But because they're cliches, I know they're coming, so it's like, it's not as good.
Do you think they're doing cliches as a way to be like, haha, look at this, we're doing homages, or we're having a bit of fun? Or do you think they're doing cliches because they think that no one's ever seen that before and this is for kids?
No, I think they're lazy. I think they're just well, not lazy, but it's just not as inspired as it could be, you know?
Yeah, no, I get what you mean.
It just uses some tropes because they're popular and common, and it's like, this would be a good thing to put in here, this would be funny, you know? It's a style sort of choice, almost.
Yeah.
And it rubs some people the wrong way, and yeah, I can agree with that.
That's fair. I think it makes sense as well, like, yeah, on release, this got from the critics, this was ripped apart, real negative across the board. But I think it makes sense when you look at the creatives. I think it makes sense that we have enjoyed it, because it's directed by Jake Kasdan, who did all the new Jumanji movies.
Oh, okay.
Like, he makes stuff for kids that's pretty fun.
He
that's
makes
his thing,
roller coaster movies, you know?
Yeah, he makes roller coaster rock movies. He's making Jumanji 3, now they're in the real world, or whatever the fuck that film is.
Yeah, I think roller coaster is actually a good example there, because you need to be a certain height to get onto a roller coaster, right?
I agree.
But, like, would you say roller coasters are for adults, Sandra?
I mean, it depends which one.
Well, that's
talking
it,
about,
right?
though. It depends which park.
That's it, right? That's it, right? But I would say they're not necessarily made for adults.
Okay.
Kids like them more than adults, I would argue, but adults still go on them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
And I think that's what this movie is, right? It's you know, it would appeal more to kids, but adults can still ride this ride and have some enjoyment.
You know what? I don't disagree with that. I think that's really fair.
There you go.
Also, speaking of it being roller coasters, it makes complete sense when you look at who wrote this. Chris Morgan, who I know as the reason why Fast and Furious is good. He wrote 3 to 8. And then after 8, there's an immediate drop-off in quality. So he's kind of like the guy who made all the best ones. He wrote all the best ones.
I see.
So this does feel like a Fast and Furious movie in that it's self-aware and camp, but also not.
There was one review that I didn't use, which I kind of wish I did.
Yeah.
One Last Ride quote, Santa Dominic Toretto Claus.
True. JK, I want to talk about him. JK Simmons as Santa in this. We've seen a lot of Santas on the show. Tim Allen.
Yeah.
Santa Claus from the Martian movie where he goes to Mars. Where do you think J.K. Simmons ranks amongst your Santas? I liked him, but he's a bit of a buff biker Santa. He's not the traditional
which
Santa.
is cool, but they just didn't talk about it at all, which threw me out. Just one, like, haha joke. It's like, I'd expect you to be fatter. And he's like, well, yeah, that's because I eat a lot of cookies, but I burn them all off. So I don't actually... Like, it makes sense if he's burning off all that energy, right? But, like... No one comments on the fact that he's not fat and jolly.
That's true.
He is jolly, but he's not fat. Fat is like one of the key aspects I associate with Santa Claus, right? That he's a bit on the pudgy side. He's a bit rounded.
Yep.
And they just needed... They could have put one joke. They could have said, like, he was fat and then had, like he had a bad phase where he got fat, but then he, like, started doing a lot of fitness, you know?
Yeah.
They could have... Just give me something, man. Just give me something, you know?
Do you think maybe, because this movie it was created essentially by The Rock's production company. He essentially made this movie happen. Do you think that the reason why they don't mention it is because it's The Rock and so main character cannot be overweight and must be ripped and big boy?
I don't know.
Do you think that has something to do with it?
I mean, maybe that's why he wasn't fat in the end, but like...
Yeah.
I think... I don't mind him as Santa. I thought he was a great Santa. It just really threw me off. But like, especially the start of the film, where kids come up to them and it's like, hey, Santa! Like, if I was a kid, I would have been like, Santa, why aren't you fat? You know?
Yeah,
like, I would have said that as a bratty... I would have said that as an adult.
That's a really fair point, because we do see in this movie, we see him making mall appearances, and the kids are like, yeah, this is Santa. He looks like Santa.
Yeah,
and it's like, well,
right?
I don't know if kids on fucking TikTok are always like, you don't look like how I thought you would, so therefore you are a piece of shit.
Yeah,
like,
right?
That's what they would do in the mall if they see a Santa that doesn't match what they think.
Yeah, and then Santa would have some witty rebuttal
to
be like, oh, yeah, but that's because I haven't eaten all the cookies this year yet, you know? Like, you know...
For sure.
It's because I've laid off the milk for a bit, you know? Like, something like that, you know? Like, he's like, I cut out the candy canes, right? Like, he could have a little witty rebuttal, and then we have the non-fat Santa. I was like, oh... It was just absent, and it really irked me that it wasn't there, like, to explain it.
No, I agree with that. We did mention The Rock. We'll go to him as well. Did you think he was good in this? Did you think he was phoning it in? What do you think?
I think he was The Rock in this.
Yes, that's fair, actually. He definitely was.
No more notes. He was The Rock. Actually, no. Because he wasn't wearing, like, beigey brown.
That's true.
He had a different color palette for him being The Rock. This is like in character select. He selected a different skin of The Rock.
Yeah,
and this is one of his special December exclusive skins. You know, that you can only buy round Christmas time. You know, it's an exclusive one. But they bring it back every year. It's just you can only buy it around this time. And overall, I think it's a good skin. I like the little power armor stuff he has, you know?
Yeah, I thought he was...
but otherwise, he was The Rock.
I mean, I feel like, compared to his more recent films, I like him more in this than I do in Black Adam. But that was just fucking terrible. So that's probably...
Yeah.
This kind of feels like a bit of a return to form for him. But it's interesting that... So you don't feel like he phoned this in?
Maybe a little bit in some scenes, but overall, he felt like he was pretty, you know...
He was himself. He's the Rock that we expect.
He's The Rock, right?
That's very interesting that you say that, because this is the movie that... I don't want to say killed his career.
Oh.
But he's definitely had to pivot hardcore in terms of the movies he's picking because of this film. Because this movie was meant to cost $200 million, which, by the way, is way too fucking expensive for any movie ever.
Yeah.
But anyway, this ended up costing $250 million because he made the budget go over by $50 million by being late to set constantly.
Ooh.
He was late to set constantly. This was where the rumor of him peeing in bottles came from. I don't know if you've heard that. There's this thing where he's always peeing in water bottles when he's filming movies.
I think you told me this. This rumor.
This movie is where that came from as well. He has admitted to most of this and been like, yeah, I sometimes just wouldn't show up. And no one else seems to have an issue with it. Like the director and Chris Evans was like, we made it work. But yeah, this film went super over budget because sometimes he just wouldn't show up to set.
Yeah, I think it doesn't feel like he's phoning it in because he's just being himself.
Yeah.
And so it's hard to phone in yourself unless you're having an identity crisis. You know what I mean?
True.
Like,
That's very true,
like
yeah.
he's just being himself, so he's not really phoning it in.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say he's trying particularly hard, though. You know what I mean?
I agree with this. He's not trying like he was in... What's something else we saw him in? Moana or Southland Tales, when he was like... He doesn't feel like he has anything to prove in this movie, which I think is his problem with a lot of his recent stuff.
Yeah.
Aside from his new one, the art thing that he made recently that I want to watch. But yeah. It's interesting because you have The Rock, who's just kind of doing the same old thing. Chris Evans, I feel like he knows that this is what it is, and I think he's having fun with it, and I respect him for that.
He's kind of chilling. I will say... For a like a hacker nerd guy, he is extraordinarily athletic.
Yeah.
For a supposed like The Rock can get away with it because spoiler, it's said he's not human. They don't specify what he is. I'm pretty sure. Presumably an elf, but the elves aren't a real thing. They're a code word in this one. Anyway, he's not human, is the main point. No. Whereas Chris Evans is, and then does stunts that a normal human could not do, right? I just wish he had failed a bit more at the physical stuff, you know? I think that would have been funny.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I think that was a point, because I'm so used to... I think this is the most modern film we've ever reviewed on the show, on the main show at least.
Oh, yeah,
most
true.
modern film. So there was a point when one character just like ran towards a cliff and jumped off, and I went, "Oh shit, yeah, we're doing a modern film." Like, because I'm so used to reviewing like older movies where they don't have the budget to do crazy shit like that.
Oh, right.
There was a scene where someone like ran off a cliff, and then the camera followed them as they fell through the air, and I was like, oh yeah, we are reviewing a new movie.
That's
the moment that I had. Because yeah, you're right. Like there's Chris Evans, but I think that's a part of the fun is he's kind of playing a loser, but he's also playing just kind of like a blend of all of his characters.
Yeah, he's not playing a loser. In fact, he's doing quite well. I guess he's not doing quite well, but like, because I don't want to spoil anything, but like, he's just a bad person at the start. The idea is he's a bad person at the start, and then he gets in trouble because he's bad.
Yeah,
and then The Rock has to be like, I gotta save you because I'm The Rock and I'm the hero in every fucking movie I've ever been in.
That's right. If I'm in a scene and I'm having a fight with someone, you got to count the amount of punches. I have to get the most equal amount of punches as everyone else in the scenes that I'm in. And I can never look like I'm losing a fight. It's in his contract. Look it up. It's in his contract. Ooh. That was a whole thing on Fast and Furious where he and Vin Diesel, if they're in a fight together, same with John Cena, they have to, contractually, they have to get the same amount of screen time and the same amount of punches in, and they can never look like either of them are losing a fight. Which is why, whenever the main characters are fighting, the fight's always stopped by like a car about to hit them.
Yeah,
because none of them can look like they're losing because it's in their contracts.
Yeah, which is interesting for one scene where The Rock kind of cheats, you could say, you know?
It's true. Yeah, no, that's very true, yeah.
We'll get to it.
We will. We'll get to it in spoilers, which we'll jump to in a second. I just want to quickly I don't know if you know, but I just want to gauge this. So I said this cost $250 million. Do you think, what do you think it made? We haven't done this in a while. What do you think it made?
80 mil, I think.
80.
Yeah, 80. Oh. So there would be what? 170 down the drain is my guess.
I mean, you're not far off, honestly. This was a huge bomb. Yeah, it made it made 180 million. So you're pretty
Okay, 180.
You got some
180
points
million gives them an extra 100 over what I gave them credit
That's
for.
still the biggest bomb because this was a movie where they
big
released it
bomb.
in theaters and then released it on Amazon like a couple of weeks later. But also like no one cares. So no one's
Yeah. I did want to mention before we get to spoilers, one of the actresses in this film is quite popular on our show specifically. We've reviewed some of her movies before. It's Kernand Shipka?
Oh, Sabrina. Yeah.
Yeah. You remember which movie we reviewed with her in it, right?
No, was it recently?
Yeah, it was this year.
This year?
Yeah.
What have we done with
What do you mean
her
you
in
can't
this
remember
year?
it?
I can't
Sandro?
actually remember what film she was in.
Are
that
you
we've done
dumb?
This year. We haven't done that many
the greatest
modern
movie.
The greatest
we've
movie
ever done.
She wasn't in.
Yeah.
No, she's too young to be in any of those.
She was in the best movie we reviewed of all time on the podcast, Sandra.
On the podcast, she's in Garbage Pail Kids.
No. Don't be ridiculous, Sandra. She was in Cats and Dogs, The Revenge of Kitty Galore.
Was in Cats and Dogs.
She was the
I forgot.
child actor that is the one that spots the dogs and cats doing some bullshit and taps her mum on the shoulder to be like, "Mum, look!" And then when they look, there's no one there, sort of thing.
Yeah, I forgot she was in. That's so funny that we've now done 2 movies with her in it. Yeah,
I saw her face and I was like, I swear I've seen it somewhere. I swear I've seen her somewhere. And at first I was like, is it because she kind of looks like Emma Watson? Is that it? And I'm like, no.
Oh, fair, yeah.
No, it isn't that. I've definitely seen her in something.
And it was Cats and Dogs: The Return of Kitty Galore.
The greatest movie of all time.
Definitely was that. Didn't we both give it an oldie? Maybe I gave it a goodie despite you. No, I didn't. We both gave it an oldie.
No, that was garbage.
Amazing.
But it's funny because this movie came out 14 years later, and
True.
yeah, she's grown up.
Yeah, in that time she was Sabrina, and now she's kind of doing movies sometimes. So yeah.
Yeah.
I thought she was not very good in this, but that could just be the writing.
What do you mean?
She plays the bad guy, and the villain of this film had strong. It's not even MCU villain syndrome at this point. It's just big blockbuster bad guy where it's like I'm bad. That's it. I'm bad. And I'm like, this is the worst part of the film.
She did feel like dark elves.
Yeah.
She did give me dark elves sort of her motivations aren't clear. Yeah, she's not a good villain, but I thought the actress was fine.
That's fair.
I liked the end of the film.
It had some moments. We'll get to it.
For her character specifically, but we'll get into spoilers.
We'll get into spoilers. We'll rate it. Let's rate it. Oldie or goodie, Zach?
I'm gonna give this a nice, jolly, Christmassy goodie.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna be nice. Although there is many reasons I could throw a big, stinky, fat oldie onto this movie. I'm gonna be nice. I'm gonna say it was a good thing that The Rock ballooned the budget an extra $50 million. I think The Rock should do that in every film production.
Film that he's doing. I agree with you. I agree with this. In fact, he's doing it right now on Jumanji 4.
I can't wait to hear about the budget in that one and how many bottles he pissed in.
Yeah. Maybe that one's meta, so maybe they'll mention how many bottles he's pissed in the movie.
He has a piss bottle counter.
Yeah. That's a Deadpool joke. That doesn't feel like a Jumanji, though. It's more of a Deadpool
No,
joke.
yeah. No, but they're in a video game, right? So maybe there's bathroom mechanics, but for his character specifically, he just gets piss bottles. He's like the spy from Spy? The sniper from TF2, and he's throwing piss at people.
Oh, hell yeah. I'd watch the piss out of that movie.
Hey, think about it. It's just like this movie, It's appealing to a certain type of fetish,
It's true. You're gonna give it a goodie. This is right down the middle for me. There's equal parts positive and negative that I'm feeling with this film. A lot of the negative ones I can look past, aside from a couple things, namely, I don't give a shit about the ending, and the color grading looks like garbage. But Oh no! If you're gonna give it a goodie, I'll be the Krampus. I'll give it an oldie. I don't think it deserves 2 goodies. I don't think it's that good.
Sandro just loves being a little Krampus over here.
Dude, bloody heckin', yeah. I don't like Krampus is Australian on this podcast.
But yeah, I think. Again, if I wasn't a movie reviewer, I would have enjoyed it more. And if I was a child, I would have enjoyed this even more.
That's fair. I think I agree with you. Also, I think that, like, if we just went to watch this in the theater when it came out for fun, I think we would have enjoyed it as much as, like, the Meg. It's like that sort of thing, you know?
Yeah. It's definitely got, like, a Meg vibe, which is probably why I've ended up giving it a goodie. It's just like dumb CGI, like Christmas flavored slop.
Yeah,
and I'm just a greedy little piggy. I'm like, give me that CGI slop. Ooh, la, 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 la.
That's true. Actually, I do want to mention the CGI in this. It better look good for the amount that it cost, and it mostly 80% does, so that's good. That's a positive.
This is an outlier for the podcast where we have modern CGI and it's not trash.
It's not Rebel Moon. It looks okay.
Yeah. Hey, there was part of Rebel Moon that looked fantastic.
That's true.
But yeah, we don't do many modern films, and the ones we do with CGI in them, we're usually watching them because the CGI is trash.
It's real bad. All right, that's oldie and a goodie for Red One. There's only one tagline here, and it isn't even really a tagline.
All right, hit me up.
Missing cosmic force of hope and holiday cheer. Last seen in the North Pole. Please provide any information to the ELF. That's the only tagline that there is for this.
I'll give it a thumbs up. I like the lore building of that.
Yeah.
That feels like something that the Spy Kids movies would have, like, you know, on the poster or something, you know, right, where it's like all young spy recruits look at, you know, recruiting stations will be at May 17th, you know, at your local movie theater, you know, that sort of thing, right?
That's pretty good. I like that. Yeah, that's true. What would you, if you were to give this a tagline, what would you come up with? What's like a tagline for you? Because we don't have any really aside from that one. Mine would be like, the North Pole has fallen, or something like that.
Whoa, that's sick. Oh man, nothing I can come up with is better. I was gonna say like Krampusing in your pants. This is so epic. You're gonna Krampus in your pants.
That's very funny.
No. I can come up with something better. Ooh,
can you smell what the elves are cooking?
Can you smell what Mrs. Claus is cooking?
He's red, jolly, and angry. No, I don't know.
He's red, jolly, and full of folly.
The cookies aren't the only thing that's been taken this Christmas.
Whoa!
I don't know. That's something.
The Rock, Chris Evans are saving. Yeah, this one's hard.
Yeah.
Santa Claus isn't coming to town.
Oh, this Christmas, Santa Claus
isn't coming to town.
That's good. That's a good one.
And then there's a second tagline, like, you know, the second tagline's where it's Santa Claus isn't coming to town. It's the same tagline, but they add more.
Yeah.
Unless The Rock and Chris Evans can learn to work together.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, there we go. We got there. Not my best work. I'll admit it. I'll be the first one to admit it. But this movie's hard to tagline, I would say.
Well, that's fair. Well, send me to the past and call me Logan. It's time for another ad. My name's Sally McSeller, and I'm here to talk to you about patreon.com/Oldie But A Goodie pod, where Sandro and Zach are working their way through the X-Men franchise. They're currently in the prequel era, and they review Days of Future Past. It's the time travel one. It's the timelines. Do they make sense? I don't know. Here's a clip. Let's find out. For the future part of the movie, Zach, we've got a lot of mutants who are trying.
You mean the start of the movie, not like later on in the movie. You mean
yes.
the portion of the movie that takes place in the future, not the end of the movie, which we have been talking about, which would be the future part of the movie of like watching the movie, but you're talking about the timeline in which we're in.
I'm talking about the parts that take place in 2023, which is the past for us, but when the movie came out, it was the future.
Yes. Okay, gotcha. I'm with you now.
You can grab that episode right now at patreon.com/Oldie But A Goodie pod. You can get the review of First Class and X-Men Trilogy and Wolverine, all of them. They're there right now. Go get them. Patreon.com/Oldie But A Goodie pod. You can also subscribe and get ad-free episodes for only $1. You don't have to listen to me ever again, screeching my way through an ad. In fact, I bet you wish you could travel back in time. Tell yourself in the past to subscribe to patreon.com/Oldie But A Goodie pod so you don't have to listen to me, Sally McSella. I'm an American. Yeehaw! Ugh, man.
Hey, Ryan Reynolds here, wishing you a very happy half-off holiday, because right now Mint Mobile is offering you the gift of 50% off unlimited. To be clear, that's half price, not half the service. And Mint is still premium unlimited wireless for a great price. So that means a half day. Yeah? Give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, equivalent to $15 per month required. New customer offer for first 3 months only. Speed slow after 35 gigabytes if network's busy. Taxes and fees extra. See mintmobile.com.
Studies show that 100% of everybody in the world wants to curl up indoors and do nothing because it's so darn cold out there. That's why many people are turning to Bombas, whose pillowy plush slippers and warm merino wool socks have been said to be the most comfortable in the history of feet. Bombas products have been found to boost coziness by up to 1,000,000%. Okay, enough fake statistics, but could Bombas socks and slippers really be the cure? Go to bombas.com/audio and use code AUDIO for 20% off your first purchase. That's BOMBAS.com and use code AUDIO.
Okay, let's spoil the movie. We're gonna spoil it.
All right, Santa's dead.
Oh my god, he's been killed. No, that's not true. That would be a good twist, though.
And I'm willing to do more the Santa Claus movies. You know, I cannot wait. My one goal in life is to live long enough that the Santa Claus goes off copyright, and you can make your own The Santa Claus movie.
Specifically, only want to make your own version of the Tim Allen Santa Claus film.
Yes.
Okay.
The reason being, I want like a purge situation where people are just murdering Santas repeatedly to try and steal his powers.
So it's like a movie where... Are we following one character, or are we just following all the people who kill Santa?
I think it's a bit of both.
Yeah.
I think you have like half the movie is following one character in his goal to like kill someone, and then the other half is seeing all the different Santas that like you follow one and it gets killed, and then you're following the next one and then it gets killed, and it keeps cutting back between them.
I honestly think like you could just write that. You could just make
Probably.
that. You just have to not put Tim Allen in it, and that's very easy to do. So.
Yeah, that's a fair point. I just want to. I don't want to step on the Santa Claus. You know, I feel like their lawyers are just ready to jump at you and be like, look, they're all about clauses. That's all I'm saying.
That's
you know?
true, actually.
Yeah, they're all about the legal fine print, right?
I'm just checking
So I
if the
gotta be
TV
careful.
show is still going or not. I think it was... Why is the TV show called The Santa Clauses? That's stupid. That's
Probably
silly.
because it's multiple.
Oh, yeah, no, it's cancelled big time. That's not coming back.
Yeah. But yeah, it would have it like, what's that movie where rich people hunt poor people for sport? There was like a movie that came out that's like,
Oh, the one that Trump was like, how dare this movie come out? And then like it got pulled from cinemas or something.
yeah.
The
Like
Hunt,
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a
The
good
Hunt,
movie.
right?
I really enjoyed that film.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like that, but instead of rich people hunting poor people, it's plethoras of different backgrounds of people and like bounty hunters and others that try to kill Santa before Christmas so they can have his powers.
That was a really fun film because I think you did follow like 6 characters for the first half hour and each of them just got killed and then you followed like a new one.
Exactly.
You do that, but it's like,
But it's the Santa Claus where you're following different Santas.
Hell yeah.
And some of them have like, some of them don't even have a plan of defense once they become Santa. They're just like, I gotta be Santa, and then I'll use my Santa powers. And then others are like, all right, I've got a bunker in Transylvania that I've set up, and then you have to break in there to kill Santa.
Yeah.
And other things. That's my movie.
I would watch the hell out of that. That sounds great. That sounds like good fun. But in terms of Red One, the plot of the movie. No, let's not do that yet.
Oh.
The world that this movie exists in is a world where Christmas is a worldwide government operation.
Yeah. Well, it's pretty simple, Sandra, if you think about it.
Yeah.
Like, you obviously understand what's going on, right?
I mean, yes, I watched the movie. I didn't have that hard a time.
Okay, so you could explain why that is, right?
Santa sold out?
No, well, yes, but no, because this is just merely an evolution of capitalism where you have the masses stuck in the rat race, right?
Yeah.
And they're going through the rat race, but some of the rats, you know, they're falling behind. They're not spinning the wheels of capitalism to make you rich. So what do, Sandra? How do you incentivize these rats to keep running in the rat? Why, you have a once a year holiday where Santa Claus brings cheers and other things, sponsored by the government, because this keeps the capitalism wheels turning. Because
That's
it's
true.
not a perfect system, and its cogs are starting to show. But you could grease those wheels a bit with a bit of presents once a year to keep the art of capitalism and purchasing items rolling.
See, I get what you mean, and I understand where you're coming from. However, this movie specifically does mention that Santa goes to every country.
Yep.
And, like, if this was just an America thing,
Yeah.
checks out,
Yeah,
makes
I
sense.
see what you're saying.
But he's going to he might even be going to bloody North Korea, mate. He's going everywhere.
Sorry, yeah, I've definitely made this more of a capitalism thing, but I think this is just a world government's thing. If we want to stay in power, we have to keep the masses docile.
I don't know, like, what would have had to happen in history, though, where the only, like, all of the countries seem to be united by this organization that apparently, like, protects the mythological creatures of the world, and one of them's Santa.
We don't see the political sides of things, but I don't think all of them have a say in this, right?
Okay.
They say it's all the world, but I think there's a lot of the world leaders that would be down to defund this program.
Wow.
And I think because this is a secret government organization in the background, right? It's also manipulating things in the background to keep itself
That's true.
from being defunded.
If Santa, though, shows up in, let's say he shows up in,
Yep.
like, let's say he shows up in, like, North Korea, right?
Yeah, North Korea.
And they're like, who the fuck is this trying to invade us? And they launch torpedoes at Santa.
Yeah.
What, like, that would have happened. In the history of this movie, if we're going by...
Absolutely.
I reckon that's happened.
I agree.
What is he immortal, or do they then, like, does, like, The Rock, who is Santa's bodyguard, does he then go and, like, disarm them?
Stealth.
Oh, yeah.
We already see in the North Pole, they have a big stealth field to keep themselves hidden. I think they have a stealth mode for this aircraft, you know? And which would explain why no one else, like, around this time points them out when they're doing their fucking thing.
Yeah.
I think they have advanced stealth capabilities now, and that's how they're doing these sort of shenanigans now.
Yeah. It's such an interesting world, though, because, like, you have this whole organization built around Santa, built around Christmas.
Yes.
And they specifically say, Santa is, like, he is magic. He is a mythological beast, essentially. He is the only being in the whole universe that can do Santa.
Yes.
So this whole organization is essentially there to, like, assist him, but he's basically doing everything. I liked that idea a lot because in other modern Santa movies, they don't really go into that much. In this one, they do, and I thought that was really cool. I thought it was quite well done.
And I think what you're thinking of is obviously if they had a choice, the government wouldn't give some countries presents.
Yeah, no, definitely.
But I think they are working with Santa, and Santa chooses to give them presents. But if the countries had a choice, they'd be like, no, don't give them presents, just give us presents, right?
Do you think that, like, let's say, like, America, for example, if, like, you become the American president,
Yep.
You're sworn in, you get that envelope that confirms that aliens exist or whatever, and then you also get the one that's like, hey, this is the Santa thing, or do you think it's hidden from the president? Do you think that maybe aliens is a diversion?
Ooh.
And to hide from the fact...
That's a good one. I think there's a level.
Yeah.
I think there's a level, right?
Yeah.
I think it's possible that they're known that mythological things exist, but there's a group that organize them. They may not go into specifics of what mythological things are available.
Yeah.
I think it's a bit SCP sort of situation.
It is a little bit, yeah.
Yeah. Like this is a government organization. Maybe they let them know that this organization exists, but they can't tell the president like what will happen. What's the goings on, right?
That makes sense. Because the first thing I think of is literally any American president finds out about this.
Yeah.
Particularly the more recent ones.
Yeah.
They would try to fucking game the shit out of it. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Like,
but I also think that it's possible that the Santa Claus government branch thing uses magic to fucking influence shit.
you know what? Actually, that's really fair. That's really true.
I think there's some mind control bullshit going on. And they go up to the president and be like, hey, this is all these things. And he's like, what the fuck? All right, we need to regulate this. We need to bring this out here. And they're like, look into this
Right.
non-suspicious metal pen.
They do a Men in Black. Hell yeah.
They do a Men in Black, but it's like mind control.
See, like, I love the world of this movie. I love the concepts. We see the fucking headless horseman from Sleepy Hollow. Just in one
that
scene.
was pretty sick.
I'm like, what's going on there? Why is he there? What's happening here?
Because it looks sick.
It's so cool.
It was a shame we didn't see him again. That would have been great.
Yeah, he's pretty much the only non-Santa mythological beast that we see throughout the whole film.
Well, there's a couple.
Who else?
Mr. Krampus.
Well, that's true. Well, I mean, non-Christmas.
The Yule
themed.
Boys. Oh, non-Christmas themed. Yeah, no, that's a fair point. I can't think of any other non-Christmas.
Oh, wait, no, wrong. Sorry. We do see the Tooth Fairy.
The Tooth
Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Oh,
my God, mate.
Yeah. Oh, maybe that's what he is. Maybe he's a fairy.
Do you think that this is a sequel to the Tooth Fairy? This is what
I
happened
think
to him?
it could be a prequel or a sequel.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't remember that movie well enough to remember if he's a human
I would say it's a sequel, and that like The Rock gets promoted.
Yeah.
After being the Tooth Fairy for a while.
Yeah.
You know.
So yeah, we have The Rock as Santa Claus. Oh yeah, also Santa Claus. So the North Pole has like Wakanda technology, where there's a giant like force field dome around the whole.
Yeah. It is Wakanda technology. Absolutely. That's hilarious. The best way of describing it. It's literally just Wakanda, but for Santa.
Yeah, it literally
Santa
is.
Forever.
Which honestly was a sick scene where we first go into the North Pole. I was like, oh hell yeah.
Yeah. You could tell there's a lot of budget. It was fun.
It looked pretty good. But yeah, so the North Pole is like a giant city all built around making Christmas happen. However, in the center of it is the original Santa house.
Yeah.
Which makes me think that this did originally just start off as Santa and Mrs. Claus.
Yeah.
Doing this out of their fucking living room, and then eventually it grew and grew and grew.
Well, I think it's to do with literally world population graphs.
Yeah.
Like the world population just like tipling or whatever, just growing exponentially. And so their production has to grow exponentially.
Yeah.
And poor people exist So do they get presents, or is it just the rich kids? There's a lot of questions.
They don't go into that. It seems like though they do go into other weird things though. They go into the fact that Santa is like the most powerful being ever.
Via the stories, he has to be.
If he wanted to, he could kill every naughty person in the world. Is what the movie says, but he chooses not to. He doesn't want to punish. He only wants to bring joy and cheer.
You could kill a lot of naughty people. Maybe not all of them, but you could kill a lot of naughty people, right?
The movie seemed to suggest to me that he could just do a Thanos snap.
I disagree. He has his powers, and I think he could use them for evil, but he doesn't.
Yeah.
Like, he knows when you're asleep, he knows when you're awake, right?
Such a funny scene.
Like, so he could just wait till you're asleep and then come and kill you. That's how I translate that statement, is that he could use his powers for evil and absolutely go on a murderous rampage, but he chooses not to, just as you choose not to do a murderous rampage. Except you're not an immortal, omnipotent being that has astral knowledge on the sleeping habits of children.
Who do you think is more powerful than Santa in this world?
Ooh, that is a good question.
Yeah.
I was thinking about this while watching it, because I was wondering, is Santa... Because if... Going back to my movie pitch, where you get Santa, right? And you kill Santa and you get his powers.
Yeah.
I would have it that there's an eldritch being possessing Santa, and that's where he gets his powers from, right?
Hell yeah.
And by killing them, you absorb this eldritch deity.
Just Ghost Rider, but it's Santa.
Yes, except it can be passed on by repeated murders.
Wow, that's... Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, this eldritch being has its own motives and ideas and stuff, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, people think, oh, I could just use the powers to do whatever I want, right? But once they get them, they're like, oh, wait, I have to convince this eldritch being to do what I want.
Yeah.
And it's kind of the other way around. The eldritch being, that would be my twist reveal at the end, is like, or like part of the twist is that like people want all these powers so they can use them for their own gain, but in the end, like, it's the eldritch being using them.
Yeah, for sure.
For its own master plan, right?
Yeah. Oh,
anyway, what was your question?
I don't remember. Oh yeah, who's more powerful than Santa? Well then, I guess in your world it would be like fucking Cthulhu. Like,
yeah. I don't know what mythological like maybe some of the Parthenons of gods, like your Nordic gods.
Thinking. Well, that goes into what is the Santa movie? I think that was Violent Night. Goes into that.
Oh, does it?
That goes into like Norse mythology and how he's kind of like a Norse god, which is a really cool part of that movie.
Okay,
and you should definitely watch it when it is an option at some point. Maybe not today though. But in this movie, it seems to be like fairy tale, mythological creatures. So maybe he is the most powerful then.
He's definitely got to have... I think he's god level.
Yeah.
And there's a few... So what's some fairy tales? There's like 3 billy goats, gruff, you know.
Yes,
they ain't doing shit to Santa.
No. Like, you got Tooth Fairy,
Tooth
the
Fairy,
entire
actually...
cast of Rise of Guardians, the animated...
Yeah, we could go through the cast of Rise of Guardians, actually. Because you've got, the Easter Rabbit, you've got the Tooth Fairy.
I mean, Sandman could be more powerful than Santa. But I don't know.
I think Santa absolutely bodies
It
Sandman.
depends. If we're going by the comic book The Sandman, he'd be more powerful than Santa. But if we're going by Rise of Guardians Sandman, then definitely not.
Yeah. Okay. That could be a toss up. That's a toss up. I'll say. I think that he's the Tooth Fairy would give. They're like on par.
Yeah.
I think they are. Because the Tooth Fairy's appearing wherever you're having tooth problems.
Yeah.
I think they have similar powers and that they are related in some fashion, right? Mm-hmm. I think the Tooth Fairy knows when you're sleeping and knows when you're awake as well.
I agree with this.
I think that is a fairy tale power that a few different entities share.
Yeah, for sure.
The Easter Rabbit...
Not super...
I feel like it's getting bodied.
Powerful.
I feel like it's getting bodied by Santa. I feel like Santa, look,
It's just a rabbit that shits chocolate.
He was lifting like 200
Yeah.
kg.
He's a strong boy in this
by
one.
my count. Yeah, he would rip that rabbit in half. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think anyone's beating him. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all tied.
Can't think of anyone. I mean, I'm sure contractually The Rock could beat him, but I think that's probably...
Yeah. It depends how many punches Santa Claus is allowed, you know?
Yeah, exactly. But, no, okay, cool. All right. Well, let's get it more into the plot then. So we have, The Rock as the bodyguard, but he wants to retire because he's not seeing the magic of Christmas anymore.
Jesus Christ. Do you think Jesus...
I mean, he is a mythological creature.
Well, I'm just thinking Christmas-wise, right?
Well, that's true.
Yeah, just from the Christmas angle.
It depends if God exists.
Because
if God exists above Santa, but I feel like Santa is God in this movie.
I think God might be above, but then the Jesus is below, and I want to use Jesus Christ Zombie Slayer or whatever it is. I want that
Vampire
one.
Hunter, the movie that we watched a couple years ago.
Yeah. That one versus this Santa.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
I love that movie.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen Jesus Christ Vampire Hunter, that movie's fucking sick.
That movie sucked.
No, we
so
loved it. We both
badly.
gave it like solid goodies.
It was so bad. For the budget,
Yeah.
it was pretty good.
I enjoyed it a lot. I thought it was a very fun time.
All right. Back to this movie,
Okay.
though. We gotta reel it in. Let's not talk about how God exists and Jesus fighting Santa. Let's reel it back in.
Maybe Jesus is Santa.
Whoa.
Maybe Santa is God's kid.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see that. Yeah.
But that would mean
be
that
interesting.
Krampus is Satan.
I mean, yeah. It checks out.
That checks out.
He's kind of all the boxes.
He's kind of a chill guy. Kind of don't hate him. He's a vibe. I'd hang out with him.
Yeah, a lot of Satan's been depicted as such.
Yeah.
There was a show where he was a buddy detective, handsome guy.
Yeah,
you know?
that's based off the Sandman comic book spin-off Lucifer, where Lucifer retires to start a coffee shop.
Oh,
He just
there
wants
you
to.
go.
Because he's a nice guy, actually, kind of, sometimes.
Yep.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Let's get into... Yeah, so The Rock wants to retire, and J.K. Simmons is like, don't do
Oh my
that.
god, I cannot believe they hit you with the I'm one day off retiring.
I laughed
Like,
so
this
hard.
is-
At that point, I was like, oh, this is a joke, and I started laughing.
This is the stupid. Yeah, but I didn't. It wasn't quite enough of the like on the nose jokey that I would have liked.
That's fair.
It was there, but I wish it was a little bit more. You know what I mean?
Do you think it's because The Rock is the one delivering the lines and he isn't a very... Like, he can do jokes, but he doesn't do, like, I'm making fun of myself jokes very well.
Yeah, I think that's the problem. Is I think there's definitely an element of that.
Because I feel like Chris Evans has nailed that part of his performance, where he's like, I'm making fun of... Why am I in this? You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think there's a way you can. I just think The Rock is very serious in this movie,
Yeah.
and that's kind of the idea. Is he's the straight man,
Yeah.
and Chris Evans is the silly boy.
Yeah.
But like, there's a way you could do it where you have those like. I think he takes himself too seriously. And, yeah,
I agree.
I think if it was like John Cena.
As The Rock?
As this role, yeah, I think he would have been able to do those like, man, I was one day off retiring.
That would be so
you know.
cool. That would be a different... Like, the whole vibe would definitely change, though. But that would be...
Yeah.
I would love to watch that. Now, that's a movie that I want to watch.
Yeah, exactly. So I think John Cena would have been better in this role because he would have had that like, oh shit's hit the fan,
Yeah.
and I was like not ready for it sort of thing. I think he would have done that well, and worked better with the whole like, I got this. I'm gonna beat the crap out of it. You know, like he's got his skills, but he's not all knowing, right?
For sure.
Whereas I feel like The Rock is like he's got to be in control at all times.
Yeah, no,
you know?
exactly. He does. He definitely does. We have Chris. I was going to say Chris Pratt. We got Chris Evans.
Chris Pratt.
Chris Evans. Now, this was a joke that I don't think ever happened, and maybe I read into it. His character's name is Jack. And so immediately I was like Jack Frost. Because his whole character is, I don't believe in Santa. We see him as a kid telling other kids that Santa doesn't exist, which is a great scene.
Which is weird, because then it brings up the whole fact that the parents have presents.
Yeah, but they don't have all of the presents.
What? But, like, wouldn't that mean that everyone knows that Santa exists?
That is what that implies. That does imply that, well, I mean, if you're a parent and random presents appeared...
Uh-huh.
Then I'm sure you'd be like, okay, Santa probably does exist then.
Yeah, right?
Or maybe you just get a letter. It's kind of like you get a letter from the Queen when you reach a certain age in England. You reach a certain age and you get a letter from Santa being like, hey, by the way, I'm real.
Yeah, but like they teach kids that Santa exists.
In this world.
Yeah, right? But that's just like how we do in our world.
Yeah. But the idea has been floated around in this world that Santa doesn't exist, as we can see from Chris Evans. So...
Yeah, but, like, that doesn't make sense if literal presents just fucking show up each year.
Yeah.
With zero explanation.
Yeah.
Because you could say, oh, maybe they're like, oh, these presents are part of a government program, right? That would be very concerning to me that they show up in the middle of my fucking living room, right?
Yeah.
Because that means they broke in during the night to deliver these government-issued presents, right? It just... It doesn't make any fucking sense,
No, it doesn't.
man.
It doesn't.
Why would anyone not believe that Santa exists?
Yeah.
Some of the Santa movies have tried to explain that, right? Where it's like, oh, the parent thought the other one bought it. Single parents never exist, though. Don't worry about that.
What was that one? Was that the Santa Claus?
It might have been the Santa Claus for that one, right? Or like, there's just got to be some magic involved. It's just got to be some magic brainwashing of everyone. It literally has to be.
Which means that Santa is God if he's controlling the minds of everyone.
I don't think he's God.
Or he's very close to the point of God.
But I think he's a God. I would agree that he's a God, not the God.
Yeah, cool. All right, so he's God's happier younger brother. That's who he is.
Yeah. And then Krampus is like the youngest, kind of like he's
the rebel.
He's a bit of a black sheep of the family.
That's funny because he looks like a black sheep in the movie. He's got horns and shit. He looked like the Beast from Beauty and the Beast, but better.
That's true.
I mean, the live action one.
That's true. Actually true. Real. And I also thought he looked pretty good.
I agree with that. Bloody put me on those horns.
I'm getting horny, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, that means you're naughty, which means you're definitely going to Krampus.
Oh,
right?
no, someone's going to slap me. I'm going to get Krampus. Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Please don't slap me.
It's cramping time, and he Krampused all over him.
And then he got a cramp. Ow.
Ow. I love the scene where Chris Evans hacks into some complex and like tracks Santa's sleigh.
Yes, yeah.
So that the bad guy, Sabrina the Teenage Witch, can go kidnap Santa, which is very funny.
I don't think it's tracking Santa itself, because they say it's like it's impossible to track him, right?
Well, because the US government do jet test launches at the same time that Santa's sleigh.
Yeah, exactly, right?
Just the
so the whole idea is, scene. I think he hacks into like a geological bureau that's tracking seismic anomalies.
Yeah.
And Santa's like magical warp speed sound barrier breaking causes like a geological like disturbance, which is tracked by the society. So Chris Evans in a like 10-minute scene,
yeah, it's a long one,
is doing the absolute best to convince the watcher that he's a huge piece of shit. He steals someone else's coffee that they just bought. He just essentially is like a sociopath. He has no qualms whatsoever, completely breaking every social norm. He steals a coffee. He throws away the lid onto the street, whatever. Mm-hmm. He lights a pagoda on fire using the coffee he stole.
Yep.
He then steals a name tag from a lady who's distracted by the flames. Mm-hmm. Then a security guard tries to do his job and grabs a fire extinguisher to put it out, and Chris Evans just releases some dogs to trip him over, and then steals the fire extinguisher to throw it into a bush so they can't put out the fire. There's no reason he does that, by the way. It's just to keep everyone distracted for longer. It's fucked up.
It is, but it's very funny. And then he steals candy from a baby at the end.
Yeah, and then after getting the information he wants from the bureau, like hacking in, he leaves, and as he leaves, he sees a baby with a bit of candy, and he's like, well... And then literally at the end, he steals candy from a baby.
So funny.
It's like, very heavy-handed. Mwah, loved it.
It was great.
Might be the best scene in the movie. It was pretty good.
I agree. And the fact that it was Chris Evans as well. Like, this movie feels like that could have been a Ryan Reynolds role. I don't necessarily want that. I don't think it would work that well with him in it. But the fact that it's Chris Evans just makes it funnier. Because if it's Ryan Reynolds, you expect it to be funny. But because it's Chris Evans, you're like, what the hell is he doing? That's Captain America. What's he doing?
Yeah. I think... Chris Evans loves taking roles where he gets to act like a piece of shit now that he's been typecast as Captain America. We saw that in, Deadpool. They played on that a bit where they just had a whole scene of him swearing for like 2 minutes straight.
That's pretty funny.
Like a fucking sailor. Yeah. And which is a good joke because you don't expect it from goody two-shoes Captain America, right?
Yeah. No, it's good. I like that he's playing into it. I think it's fun. Anyway, they've tracked Santa down, and oh my god, he's been kidnapped. What the hell? Santa's been kidnapped. That scene where The Rock's like, what's going on here? And then the music kicks it. The soundtrack for this movie's, aside from all of the Christmas songs, the soundtrack's really good.
With all the Christmas songs, the soundtrack was really good, you know? I liked him sliding around. I liked this action scene.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
You know, it's nothing crazy, but it was a good... I liked the, like, almost Goblin Town. What's the word? Where they're sliding around on... He's sliding around on these chutes and other things. That reminded me... It was kind of steampunky.
Yeah,
you know,
for sure, yeah.
This place.
Yeah.
It reminded me of something. I can't quite remember what it was, but I liked the idea that there's these, like, tubes that people slide around on to get to places.
I like that as well.
Presumably just, like, packages,
Yeah.
but, like... He's using it at the time. That's good.
I liked all the goblins as well. The elves, I mean.
Yeah.
The design is really, really cool for them. I thought it was, like, cute, but, like...
They did look like goblins.
Yeah.
They reminded me of the goblins from The Hobbit.
That's true, they do look. Yeah, no, for real. That's fair, actually. That's a really good point. I liked them a lot. I liked, there's a random talking polar bear who's, like, one of The Rock's agents. He's... barely in the movie, but he's on the poster, so whatever.
That reminded me of another polar bear in another movie that didn't do too well. It's the one where it's like a girl goes to the polar, and then the polar bear has like an armor.
Is it animated?
No.
Live action.
It's CGI.
What the heck? Wait, Golden Compass.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
That's the one.
That fucking movie.
It reminded me of Golden Compass. I was like, oh yeah, I forgot that movie existed.
That movie does exist. The books are great.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Exactly.
Hey, Ryan Reynolds here for Mint Mobile. You know, one of the perks about having 4 kids that you know about is actually getting a direct line to the big man up north. And this year, he wants you to know the best gift that you can give someone is the gift of Mint Mobile's unlimited wireless for $15 a month. Now, you don't even need to wrap it. Give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan equivalent to $15 per month required. New customer offer for first 3 months only. Speed slow after 35 gigabytes if network's busy. Taxes and fees extra. See mintmobile.com.
Thank you for calling the Bombas Comfort Line. Bombas make socks, slippers, tees, and underwear made with the highest quality materials. Press 1 for comfort, 2 for style, 3 for donation. You chose style. Bombas has styles for whatever you enjoy. You can run in Bombas, lounge in Bombas, dress them up, dress them down, but always give back in Bombas. Because with every item purchased, another is donated. Bombas, comfort worth calling for. Go to bombas.com/audio and use code AUDIO for 20% off your first purchase. That's BOMBAS.com and use code AUDIO.
Anyway, yeah, there's just a polar bear there. The polar bear doesn't do too much, but it's there. He helps with the interrogation because the buggy that they're chasing was all a decoy, and then the jet flies away. Although later we learned that was also a decoy. But oh my God, Santa got away, and so now they have to capture Jack Frost over here and be like, "Hey, bitch, you gotta help us now."
What the hell? And he's like, I don't know who hired me to give information. Also, what do you mean it was Santa? Oh my God, the Headless Horseman. I believe in all supernatural things now.
And again, this was the scene where I was like, he's a bit athletic for my type of nerd.
That's fair.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's fair.
Where they have the scene trying to capture him, and they have a John Wick / James Bourne fight scene.
Yeah.
Where, like, 20 dudes try and taser Chris Evans with these, like, sleep tasers. And he manages to, like, deflect them into each other and jump out a building and all these things. And I'm like, this guy doesn't take... I don't take this guy as much of the computer nerd hacker sort of dude.
Yeah.
But then again, look, he's allowed to be both. I'm just saying, I think it was a little much.
That's fair, actually. That's really fair.
Give it some more character flaws, is all I'm saying.
But yeah, they kidnap him and they are interrogating Chris Evans. I like the leader of the group, the organization that protects mythological people and run Christmas or whatever, is played by Lucy Liu.
Yes.
Big fan of Lucy Liu. She is barely in this movie, but she does get one action scene. And that was like, okay, cool. As long as they give her one action scene where she's doing some martial arts, fuck yeah. So I'm glad that they gave her at least one. She's fine in this. Also, one of those actors who I'm like, you know what this is. You know what movie you're doing here, and you're just playing into the ridiculousness of it. So,
yeah, she doesn't get too much screen time.
No,
but she's pretty good in all the scenes. And yeah, she's kind of the moment where she's like, well, now we have to recruit the evil hacker that hacked into us, right?
Yeah.
I was like, that's another dumb cliche sort of thing, but you could feel the actor going like, well, now we're recruiting the evil guy.
Yeah.
So
yeah, Chris Evans is going to help The Rock to find Santa, and they're like, we gotta go on a globe-trotting adventure. We're gonna go all around the world. The person who contacted me is Nick Kroll, comedian Nick Kroll. We're gonna go find him on the beach. They go find him on the beach.
It's the actor playing themselves, Nick Kroll. Yeah. Yeah, they do this by... There's a couple of technologies that they've introduced in this movie. I'm just going to go over them now.
Yes, for sure. This is the important information that everyone wants us to talk about, so yeah.
Absolutely. The ability to warp reality on toys to make them giant and real.
But it doesn't work on all of them, but it does on some of them, like cars and chickens.
Uh-huh. The chicken one opens a lot of...
There's a running joke where Chris Evans is like, I want a toy of Wonder Woman then. Which is a very funny joke. He's a piece of shit. He wants to turn toy of Wonder Woman into
He just wants a sexy lady.
Yeah.
Haha.
But it seems possible.
I think it would have worked, and The Rock is lying to him.
You think The Rock is lying about this doesn't work on everything? Because it seems like it does. Yeah, I agree with you.
I think it would work, but maybe not the way Chris and Ted... I think they are like imitations, right? I think they're not as good as the real thing. And I think if you tried to make a human, it would make maybe like a really dumb human, like a robotic sort of human. Especially if it's a doll. You know what I mean?
Do you think it's like... Rather than, for the car, for example.
Yeah.
He has the Hot Wheels, he puts it on the ground, and then he uses his laser or whatever, and then it becomes a car.
Super valid to pick a hot rod car there. I would have done the same, even after being told to pick like a modest one. Yeah. I probably would have picked the same car.
Yeah,
like,
I don't disagree with you.
Oh, we're gonna pick the SUV Hot Wheels? Fuck that. I'm picking the Lamborghini.
Do you think that rather than The Rock basically makes the toy large that it's a real car. So all Hot Wheels are real cars shrunk down. Or do you think it's kind of like I don't remember what it was. There was
Ant-Man?
like Skylanders where like you had the figurine and you put it on the Wii controller and then it was scanning into. Do you think that's what's happening? That he's scanning the toy and then the real thing's being put down?
Yeah. I don't think it's definitely not an Ant-Man situation where they're like shrinking down real things.
Even though he does shrink during the movie like Ant-Man, but we'll get to that later.
Yes, well that's the where you make the parallels, right? It's like, oh, he can do an Ant-Man sort of thing. But I think their powers are very specifically shown to be different.
Yeah.
Where it is a fake it is not science that they are using, it is magic.
Yes.
Although the Thor movies would tell you that they are the same. But I'm saying it's wrong. In this case, it is actual magic because we haven't got the explanation for how they work, and they won't give it because it's magic.
They aren't just aliens.
Yeah. Well, maybe.
Yeah.
That's the third movie is revealed that they were all aliens the whole time. No.
Red 3 in space.
But yeah, he's definitely warping the object itself to be something it is not.
Yeah.
So that it can run like a car, right? And he does that with, like, robots and the chicken.
Yeah, he does it with some rock'em sock'em robots. That was a fun little moment.
Yeah, that's
there.
nice.
I enjoyed that.
I liked the rock and sock'em robots make sense.
Yeah.
As something you would take onto the field. He grabbed, like, a Monopoly board as well. In the scene where they're grabbing things, right?
Yeah, I think that was for money.
Oh,
The way I read into that, because that doesn't come back.
yeah. They don't use it. It's possible there's like a cut scene.
Yeah.
There's another scene where I think there was also a big cut scene. That was originally in the movie, but we'll get to that because we haven't got to it yet.
Well, the other thing is not only do they take toys and then warp reality to make them real, but also every toy shop in the whole world, the storage closet, is a teleportation to any other toy shop you want to go to. You can travel the world and all of the toy shops are connected. Now, I would be like 100% makes sense if every toy shop in America was connected. This seems to be worldwide, though. So again, worldwide government conspiracy. Do the people running the toy shops know, or is every toy shop run by a worker of Santa?
Again. I think you're giving the governments too much credit that they know what the fuck's going on.
That is very fair. But do the store keepers know what's going on?
This is an organization that works in tandem with the government, but ain't telling the government shit.
Like an X-Files situation. Okay, for sure.
Oh, every toy shop worker is actually a worker of this strange secret psyop organization. For real.
I'm a fan of that, and I like that. That's fun.
Yeah. That is my headcanon. And if a toy shop shows up, they come in and they murder the clerk and replace them.
Because it doesn't seem like they just grab toys and leave, and the shop owner doesn't give a shit. So that would imply that...
No, they're in on it.
Yeah,
they're absolutely in on it. And, like, toy shops are essentially just weaponry stores for these agents, right?
What does this apply for all toy shops? Because there's toy shops that are, not like... These all look like children toy shops. There's also, like... I don't want to say, like, adult toy shops. I'm not talking about sex toys. I'm talking about, like, collectibles, right? Like, very expensive... figurines.
Me grabbing my sentient dildo to absolutely fucking shit.
Maybe they're
on
also
me.
connected. Yeah. Santa's a wild guy.
I
mean, like adult collectible kind of stores where you spend $500 on a tiny figurine of Bloodborne or some shit. I don't know, man. But like...
Yeah, like a comic store or something.
Yeah.
I think it's specifically kids' stores that are connected because it's Santa's magic.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's more his MO.
For sure.
And they don't want it to be in too many locations because then they might be discovered,
Yeah.
You want to have just like at least one in each city across the world, have an interconnected sort of thing,
Yeah.
Sandra, I did have a question. What toy are you grabbing to help you on the adventure?
Ooh, that's a very good question.
I know what I'm grabbing.
What are you grabbing? I can't really think of anything
I'm grabbing a Labubu doll and making it a giant fucking...
Why?
What's the the child book series about a kid going off to live with monsters.
Where the Wild Things Are?
Yes, I want to do Where the Wild Things Are. You know those monsters in that?
Yeah.
I'm turning the Labubu into one of those monsters, and it's
those.
eating the fuck out of anything that gets in my way.
See, what I was picturing was, this is definitely a show that you haven't seen, and the majority of our listeners also haven't.
This will be a good reference.
There's
then.
an Arrow spin-off show called Legends of Tomorrow, which is like a time travel Doctor Who type thing where a bunch of superheroes time travel around. There was a recurring villain during the Constantine season, when Constantine was on the team. There was a recurring villain which was a giant like Labubu type bear.
Oh yeah.
That just comes alive and is giant and walks around destroying cities. That's what I was imagining when you said that.
Yeah. Well, I'm doing that, but maybe not the destroying cities part. Maybe just it's big. Maybe like 1.5 stories. You know, you could.
Okay.
That's the biggest it's getting. I feel though, it's not getting much bigger than that. Otherwise, it's just not helpful at that point.
That's fair.
You know.
Like, what I would pick is, like, I'm thinking of, like, multiple kind of angles. I'm going, like, a Toy Story route. You get, like, those green soldiers.
Ooh,
Don't make them human size, but make them, like, minion size, like, smaller. That would be a good kind of backup force.
You have, like, you just throw, like, a handful of them. You get, like, 20 soldiers on the ground. I'm picking maybe a water pistol.
That's a good one.
And I'm turning that into a gun and shooting someone.
Sure. I was thinking like an air gun. Turn that into like a big, powerful air force.
Oh, a giant air gun? That would be pretty sick.
Or I just get a Superman toy. It seems like you could do that. And then...
Yeah.
But when you have the powers of Superman, it doesn't matter if he's dumb. I can just point him in the right direction.
Maybe that's what The Rock's saying when Chris Evans is like, I want a Wonder Woman. He's saying it doesn't work like that because he doesn't understand that Chris Evans just wants to bang Wonder Woman. He thinks that he wants Wonder Woman for her powers.
Ah, yes.
And it doesn't work like that.
For sure.
And The Rock has completely misunderstood Chris Evans' intentions. Whereas we know as an audience, Chris Evans just wants to bang Wonder Woman.
It's true. That's what is implied in this kids movie. Very funny stuff.
Yep.
I approve, quite frankly.
Good stuff.
Anyway, Nick Kroll's like, the person I work for.
This kids movie that has multiple scenes of people staring at other bikini-laden women. Like, Chris Evans is like, I'm going to marry that one. And it's like, I did like the joke where the guy's like, we're going to go grab some boba.
That was funny. Yeah, that was funny.
I was like, haha, boba mentioned. That's funny.
Also, the amount of times they say shit in this movie feels very anti-kids. Like, swear in your movies, I don't give a fuck. But, like, this is a Christmas movie, and they say shit at least once every, like, 10 minutes. Like, I'm like, this is not...
Yeah, what the shit movie?
Like, that's more than, like, an MCU film at that point. Like...
Oh, yeah.
Crazy.
But, like,
it's wild.
MCU's pretty tame.
That's
Come
true.
on.
That is not.
Come on, the kids can handle a few swears.
They definitely can. Anyway, Nick Kroll's like, the person I work for, you can't say her name, I'm gonna write it in the sand, and then Chris Evans reads it out loud, which is a very funny joke.
Like a fucking dumbass. And like, The Rock is like, you fucking idiot. Like, they all cringe at the idiocy of this man after they... Like... Chris Evans does some really stupid shit in this movie. He also takes gold from Krampus, which is like...
That was the cliche where I was like, okay, that's a bit dumb. Like, come on, we're doing that?
That was dumb. Because not only does he get warned not to do that specifically, but, like, treasure like that, I wouldn't have taken that normally in a normal situation because I'm like... In real life, I would have been like, "That's some cursed treasure right there."
Yeah.
I'm gonna get Jack Sparrow Curse of the Undead if I take this gold.
Yeah.
I ain't touching that.
But anyway, he says the name of Grilla, who is the witch that has kidnapped Santa.
Yeah, Grilla mentioned, and we get the Yule Boys
too. Then the Yule Boys show up, and they're like, we're gonna freeze Nick Kroll so you can't question him. I loved the action scene with the Yule Boys. Best scene in the film. because it's shot in daytime and I can tell what's going on. A lot of the action scenes in this movie are shot at night, and it's that modern look where they don't do a lot of lighting because they want it to look realistic, but I'm like, come on, show us what's going on. So there's a lot of action scenes in the dark that I don't really like.
Sandro, are you familiar with the Yule Boys?
I am, like, vaguely.
Yeah, so the Yule Boys, obviously, or the Yule Lads, as they're known, are the sons of Gryla.
Wait, hang on. I was talking about the snowmen. They're not the Yule Boys.
Yeah, you were talking about the Simon.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the Yule Lads.
And they are Grilla's, like...
sons.
Yeah.
They're literally their children.
Yeah.
Now, okay, so we'll get to the snowmen in a second, because, yes, the snowman fight was epic.
Yeah.
But I just want to quickly go over the Yule Lads, because they're from...
Icelandic folklore,
yeah,
same as
Icelandic
Gorilla.
folklore.
Yeah.
And I just want to go through their names so you can hear this.
Okay, sure.
Because this is one of my favorite facts of all
Yeah.
time. All right, so starting from the top, we have Sheepcot Clod.
That's a good name.
What do you think they do?
It's something to do with sheep. Clod makes me think that they hit sheep a lot.
No, they just harass sheep.
Okay.
But they are impaired because of his stiff peg legs.
Oh, that would... Okay, yes, for sure.
Gully Gawk. What does he do?
I don't know. I'm not
He
sure.
hides in gullies, waiting for an opportunity to sneak into the cowshed and steal milk.
So if you don't know, these are basically, like...
Little gremlin dude.
goofy gremlins that come out at Christmas and just be...
Yeah.
menaces, essentially.
Yeah. Stubby.
Yep. Always drinking beers.
He steals pans for the food baked to the bottom and the brims. He steals
love
the little
that.
crust.
He steals them. Yeah.
Spoon liquor.
Oh, you're cooking and you're like, oh my god, why is my spoon all yucky? It's because you licked it.
He steals wooden spoons being used for cooking. He's extremely thin from malnutrition.
That is unnecessary bit of information there.
Pot scraper.
He probably steals pots.
He does!
Yeah,
to scrape out the leftovers.
Yeah.
Well done. You got that one. Bowl liquor.
That's a good one, though. Like, he's cleaning kids' bowls. Like, I'm a fan of that.
Hides under beds awaiting the wooden food bowls placed on the floor.
Oh, okay.
He's stealing those bowls.
Yeah, right.
Door slammer.
Oh, that's a good one. When, like, a door slams in the middle of the night, it's probably that kid.
Oh, right on the money.
Okay.
It literally says, enjoy slamming doors, especially during the night.
Ah, hell
Waking
yeah.
up the household. Well
I like
done.
That. I like that.
Skyer Gobbler.
I don't know what that is.
Has a great affinity for Skyer, a regional style of yogurt.
Oh, he's just eating yogurt.
He eats yogurt, yeah.
All right.
Oh, sausage swiper.
Well, I mean, that's a come on, man, a little bit. It's not appropriate for this kid's podcast.
Hides in the rafters and snatches sausages that are being smoked.
Oh, okay. That's just actual
window
sausages.
peeper.
If you feel like you're being watched when you're in the shower, it's this.
Yeah,
this
he's
kid.
snooping. He's looking through windows in search of things to steal.
Oh, okay. Well, that's
he's
a bit
more
better.
a generalist stealer guy.
Yeah.
Doorway sniffer.
Oh God. Just love smelling those doors.
He has an abnormally large nose
Yeah.
and a cute sense of smell, which he uses to locate leaf bread.
Oh.
Yeah, which is like a Christmas bread.
Yeah.
Meat hook.
Steals meat.
Yep.
Okay.
With his hook.
Oh, he's got a hook. Hell yeah.
Yep.
Good on him.
Candle beggar.
Okay, I don't know what that is.
Follows children to steal their precious candles made of tallow, and thus edible.
Oh, he eats them.
Yeah, he eats
Eats
your
your
candles. And there you go. There's the Yule Lads.
They include the Yule Lads in this movie, but they don't do anything with them. They're just
I wish they
shapeshifters.
did. I wish they had like one of them licking a spoon at some point. That would have been so good.
I swear it must be another podcast. They probably did like an episode on the Yule Lads, and I was like, hell yeah.
Oh no,
sick.
I think we've covered them before.
Maybe we've covered them before. Probably not on this show, but maybe somewhere else.
I think I've covered them before for sure, because I love the Yule Lads.
But yeah. So snowmen show up. They freeze Nick Kroll. Great action scene. They realize you got to take the carrot out of their nose, and then they just turn to normal snow, which is very fun.
Yeah,
this whole scene was sick.
I liked it. Although The Rock is like, go, Chris Evans, protect this guy. I'm going to fight one of these while you fight two of them.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, no shit, the guy gets frozen. You left Chris Evans, who's supposedly just a normal dude, to fight these.
Yeah.
And The Rock was doing jack shit to them until he figured out you pluck their nose off. Although I did like Chris Evans honestly fights them better than The Rock does.
He does. The Rock, for the action scenes in this movie, he's shrinking down to the size of a child just to get the advantage of surprise, I guess. So he's just shrinking a lot.
He can shrink it. He runs through people's legs a lot.
Yeah.
He gets out of grapples by doing that.
It looks really
but he also
fucking weird. It looks very odd.
It's very silly. But he also still has the normal strength that he has, and he has enhanced strength as well.
He's got a bloody gauntlet. Enhances his strength, yeah.
It gives him strength, enables him to make objects into bigger, more realistic objects.
Yeah.
He's got a magic gauntlet, essentially.
To speed through more of this plot, so Nick Kroll's frozen. They're like, oh man, who would have bloody had anything to do with this? And then they're like, Gorilla. Well, Gorilla's involved with Santa's brother, Krampus. And they're like, we're gonna go visit Krampus. This movie was a solid goodie up until this point. The Krampus scene was good.
What?
Chris Evans stealing a coin lost points for me.
Was dumb.
And then everything after the Krampus part, I was like, I don't really care anymore. But I liked the Krampus scene a lot.
I think it would have been better if it was maybe like a monkey in Aladdin situation.
Yeah.
Do you remember the monkey in Aladdin?
Like something steals the coin and puts it in Chris Evans's jacket? I don't understand.
What are you talking
Doesn't that
about?
No, wait, that's Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah. No.
Pirates, actually, never mind.
To be fair, that's my fault. I did mention the Pirates of the Caribbean.
You
No, I mean from Aladdin.
Yeah.
From Disney, when Aladdin goes into the wondrous cave and you're not supposed to touch anything, otherwise the whole cave goes down.
Yes.
But then the monkey sees the giant gem and is like, ooh, you know what? I'll just take this one. I wish that was like they went into the halls of Krampus and it's just treasure everywhere.
Yeah.
And then they're running through. And Chris Evans resists for a bit, but then he gives in and he takes one, right? Not immediately straight away does the dumbest thing possible. He gets there's a really big gem, the biggest he's ever seen or something, you know.
That would have been better than just one coin. One golden coin.
That was dumb.
But they chat with Krampus. I liked Krampus a lot. He's played by one of the guys from Game of Thrones, Christoph.
Oh yeah,
Hivju. I don't
He's good.
100% know how to say his name. He's really good as well. He's also in Fast and Furious. He's good in that. I really liked him as Krampus. I think Krampus.
They had a great slap battle.
Yeah, he does a slap battle with people, which is a real thing. I think.
Yeah,
that's a real Krampus thing. Yeah,
competitive slapping is very much a real thing. And I was very surprised to see it in this because they used proper competitive slapping rules where they're standing there, they line up the slaps and slap the shit out of each other. Of course, Krampus sending people flying. And then Chris Evans gives The Rock his power glove back, so he absolutely slams Krampus, who takes it like a champ, by the way. He's on the floor and he's like, good hit.
It was really good. It was good.
Then they escape.
And then this is the part, I stopped to care at this point because Sabrina kidnaps Chris Evans's kid.
Yes.
So what she's doing is she's sending black presents to people.
Yeah.
To kidnap them, essentially. These black presents use Santa magic to find who's naughty around the world, send them this black present. Inside the black present is a magic snow globe.
No, yeah, she's sending presents to everyone on the naughty list. Or who has ever been on the naughty list.
Yes.
Which The Rock Keeley points out is fucking everyone.
Exactly. So, yeah, the snow globe, you use as magic and traps you inside the snow globe. So she traps Chris Evans' kid. He's not a very good dad. He has a kid. He kind of ignores the kid a lot of the time. What a surprise. During the movie, he learns to like the kid as his son. They go a relationship. That, again, I was like, whatever. That's a cliche.
Yeah, that was
pretty bored by all that.
Cliched.
The kid actor was good, though. But yeah, he kidnaps the kid, and then Chris Evans is like, oh my god, she kidnapped the kid.
Yeah.
I'm going to also get kidnapped on purpose.
Yeah. Well, he just wants to be with his kid.
Yeah, and so they're both kidnapped in her lair. In snow globes, but they become nicer by realizing that they care for each other, and then they somehow just magically escape the snow globes because they're nicer now.
Well, here's the thing. I think... Well, so you're thinking, you're like, what the fuck? That was dumb.
I thought it was very dumb, yeah.
Right, yeah. But I'm thinking it is the mistake of the Gryla, the witch, thinking that the globes will trap everyone. Because the globe is made for a specific purpose, which is to capture someone naughty. But she doesn't realize you can just, like, be a good person and it will let you out. So I think, obviously the movie doesn't describe it like that, but I was like, oh, that is weird. That just didn't work for no reason. And I think her plan was set up to fail. Like, her plan doesn't work. She would still ruin Christmas. Let's be clear.
Definitely.
Christmas would have been fucking ruined. However, it wouldn't have been a permanent solution because people would have just realized you could be nice and escape the globes.
Yeah.
I think the globe is built to trap someone naughty so that you can... like, teach them a lesson, and they promise to be good from now on, right?
Yeah, like, you know, it's not something that Santa would do, but it doesn't trap them forever, because that's very anti-Santa.
It would be something that Krampus would do.
Yeah, exactly. Very Krampus coded. Also, the fact that you can talk between snow globes, like, a lot of flaws in this plan. Don't let the people talk to each other.
Well, she wants to be able to torture them and talk with them and, you know, mock them, right?
I mean, that's all true. That's very true.
It's just like a jail cell. You can talk outside of a jail cell. That doesn't really help you most of the time. In this specific case, it does. But yeah.
Chris Evans has got a tracker implanted on him, so The Rock tracks him to, oh my god, the North Pole. They're underneath the factory. They never left
the whole time, and all the people that were guarding Santa were actually the Yule lads disguised as people.
Crazy stuff. So we got a big action scene where they bust in and they save all the people locked up and they're punching the Yule boys, and it's kind of, at this point I lost interest. I was pretty bored at this point.
Okay. Well, there's some interesting things quickly. Are the people he's talking to at the start of the movie even them, or are they...
I was thinking about this while watching it, yeah. Because we see that the polar bear has been locked up.
Yes.
By the Yule lads, which means supposedly that wasn't the polar bear at the start of the movie. Although, when's the point where they started to infiltrate?
I think it's after that scene with the polar bear that the polar bear gets captured.
It has to be after Chris Evans tells them where the North Pole is.
Yeah.
From that point onwards, Mrs. Claus isn't Mrs. Claus.
Really?
Unless they're slowly infiltrating.
I think they're more slowly infiltrating.
Okay.
That's my theory, is there's a slow infiltration and replacing of people as other people figure it out or find out. They're like, why is Agent Penguin going down this way? Let me follow him. Oh no, I've been jumped by 7 Yule lads, you know?
Okay. For sure.
That sort of thing. That's what I think was happening.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah. But also, We didn't get any interesting, because they could shapeshift into anyone. I was thinking they were going to do some tricksy shapeshifting stuff.
Yeah, no, they don't do that.
And I'm sad they didn't. Because there's a scene where, so Chris Evans escapes,
Yeah.
and then The Rock comes up and talks with him. In that scene, you can't see the kid. The kid sort of disappears for a minute there.
I thought that as I was like, the kid is
Yeah.
a shapeshifter. Yeah, no, as well. I think I have that written down in my notes because
Yeah.
he like walks too far back.
Yeah. So he walks kind of out of frame, and I was like, ooh, are we going to have like he was a trickster the whole time?
Yeah.
But they don't do that. What I believe is that was cut from the film. That had to be in the film.
I agree.
To be in the film.
I think what happened is they watched Secret Invasion and went, oh no, we can't do shapeshifters anymore. It's been ruined by that pile of steaming shit that was Secret Invasion. That's my theory.
Yeah, so, which is a shame, because I think they could have done more fun with the Yule Boys.
I
They
agree.
could have been more fun.
I agree.
I wanted some door sniffing and some sausage swiping, you know?
Yeah. I honestly think this whole... And this is the problem that I have with a lot of this guy's movies, Jumanji as well. When you get to the final action scene, it stops being fun and it's just an action scene. Like, there's not much... Like, the snowman fight was a funny action scene. The one at the end is, like, played for... Like, it's played straight, essentially, which... I don't really care. So, yeah, she leaves in Santa's sleigh, the witch.
But we do the scene from Captain America where we run up to the vehicle leaving and jump onto it. And then Chris Evans, pulls out the chain.
Oh, yeah, the chain.
To release the deer. Which I'm like, again, he's not Captain America, guys.
Yeah, why is he able to
He's
do
just
any
a
of
regular
this?
dude in this, you know. Like, The Rock, I can believe.
Yeah.
He's not human.
No.
He can do supernatural stuff all day. But this Chris Evans guy, you have not given me anything to believe that a normal human could do this, you know?
I liked the moment where Gorilla turns into her giant ogre form, though. That was pretty cool.
That's the one ending bit that I mentioned earlier that I liked, was
Yeah.
her character doing that. I liked her as this giant fucking monstrous witch
I liked
creature.
I liked it for the first 2 minutes of her on screen.
Yeah.
And then the stakes were too high and I didn't care anymore. Like, she's picking up the rock and throwing him around. I'm like, I don't fucking care. They're gonna beat her. I don't give a shit at this point.
Okay. That's fair that you sort of clocked that. I was still enjoying it, especially when Krampus showed up all of a sudden.
When Krampus shows up on his motorbike flame Ghost Rider flying motorbike thing, that brought me back in as well, yes.
Yeah, that was sick. Krampus, I like how he was just kind of horny for her. He was like, hey, you ugly bitch, how's it going? Let me get some of that. You know what I'm saying? I wish he had more to do, but he kind of just gets his ass kicked after that and does nothing else.
Yeah, he gets punched and he's like, just like when we were dating. And I'm like, damn, that's abusive as fuck. Don't, what the hell?
Yeah, but you know.
That's Krampus.
You know. I'd hit that. You know what I'm saying? I'd hit that 15-foot elderly demonic creature. You know, I'm with Krampus here, you know. You can have a bit of fun in the bedroom.
That's fair.
You know, you could get a few slaps around, you know, with consent, Sandra.
I mean,
you
for
know.
sure.
I feel like
you
shouldn't yuck their yum, Sandra,
That's
is all
fair.
I'm saying.
Then Santa wakes up and he wins the day.
Santa is like, lol deers, bitch, and then the deers fucking clobber her.
Which was fun. That was fun.
Oh, and then she gets tossed into the pit full of the snow globes.
Yeah, that was kind of dark, actually. She gets trapped in a snow globe forever now.
Well,
I mean, supposedly.
no, she just needs to be nice.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen, though, is it?
Yeah, exactly. But, like, she could, if she realizes, she'd probably figure it out and escape.
I want
But
a spin-off movie
wish-
where it's all of the Yule lads doing their shenanigans to save her. It's like a heist film.
It's a heist film, but they're all trying to resist their natural urges to do the thing, like door sniffer. He really, every time he sees a door, he's like,
He just really wants to
the
sniff
door.
it, man.
which sounds bad, but it's nowhere near bad as door slammer, who's trying to be stealthy, right?
Just slamming door.
But he's slamming door. Spoon licker, like, he's like, oh, I should. Or he's just the whole film. He's just got a spoon in his mouth at all times.
I would watch
he's just
that. I would watch
he's
that.
a pretty competent Yule lad, but he just has a spoon in his mouth. That would be a good time. I wish something more fucked up happened to her at the end, because she lands in that pile of snow globes, right? And it looks like they're sort of like swirling into a whirlpool.
That's true.
It's like a cool effect.
Yeah.
I wish something awful had happened. Like it turned into an amalgam, like parts of her and then all these globes. Although all these globes merged into this blob, congealed blob. I think that would have been cool.
I agree. That would have been cool. But with Christmas saved, it's time now for the Christmas night. So we see a really like high-tech, intense, fast sequence of Santa delivering presents. That was a bit of fun. I enjoyed that.
He does some like secret agent. He's like jumping down a rope, shrinking, going through the chimney, which kind of leads back to the Rock shrinking earlier. It's like, oh, that's part of the tech that they use.
Yes.
Like all the tech that you see the Rock use, Santa now uses that specific tech to deliver presents. And I was like, that is actually a clever way of explaining why his abilities were what they were.
I agree with you. I liked how he steps on one of the Christmas lights on a house, and then one of the elves has to go in and fix it.
Yeah, what a great little
that elf for a
montage.
bit.
Like
it was
to end this film.
It looked a little. There was some dodgy CGI here and there. But it was a fun ending.
Taking one cookie at things, except he got like one that was like a healthy cookie or something.
A macaroon, which comes back, which is a joke from earlier where the Rock is trying to figure out if Mrs. Claus is a Yule lad or not, because he asks what cookies she's making, and she says it's macarons, and he's Santa hates that.
Yeah, so this
comes back there at the end.
Such little clever things.
It's written by some very funny comedic writers. So, no, it's good.
It still doesn't explain how he goes to every fucking house, because, like, we see maybe he spends, like, 30 seconds in a house, right?
Yeah.
If you times that by every house that exists, 30 seconds, that is longer than... That's, like, a year.
This is a problem I have with this movie as well. This scene, I mean, because Chris Evans and his son are with them for this.
Yeah.
If... maybe they're bending time. Maybe he's time traveling.
That's the only way ever you could ever explain Santa's magic here in any movie.
If that's the case, Chris Evans and his kid should be dead asleep by the end of this, because it would have taken like a couple days, even if he's time traveling. You know.
I agree. I think this is we see them after they've woken up again.
Maybe yeah.
Yeah.
And The Rock is like, damn, I can see Chris Evans as a kid again. I see everyone as kids, so now I'm back. I'm not retiring. That's the end of the movie.
Yep.
So, all the arcs were done.
Yeah.
Aside from, like, some issues here and there, I thought, it was pretty fun.
Yeah, it was pretty fun.
Yeah.
I had a good time. I thought it was good imagination. There was bits and bobs. Again, we had problems with it. It was very cliche, which didn't help.
Yeah.
But overall, it was fun.
It's one of those movies where the world I like, the plot is mid.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
I had a lot of fun.
The world, the cast, I'm a fan of it.
I thought it was overall a pretty fun movie. Like, I'll just show my kid this when he's 25, you know?
Yeah, it's a good age, I think, for this. Yeah, that's true.
Hannah Burner, are those the cozy Tommy John pajamas you're buying?
Paige DeSorbo, they are Tommy John. And yes, I'm stocking up because they make the best holiday gifts.
So generous.
Well, I'm a generous girly, especially when it comes to me. So I'm grabbing the softest sleepwear, comfiest underwear, and best fitting loungewear.
So nothing for your bestie?
Of course I'm getting my dad, Tommy John. Oh, and you, of course.
It's giving holiday gifting made easy.
Exactly. Cozy, comfy, everyone's happy. Gift everyone on your list, including yourself, with Tommy John and get 40% off site-wide right now at TommyJohn.com/comfort.
America stands at the ready to build faster, achieve more. The future won't wait. And TC Energy is moving forward confidently, connecting communities, industries, nations, here and abroad. At TC Energy, we deliver the North American natural gas and energy that powers communities across the U.S. to aim higher, grow stronger, and go further. TC Energy. Energy connected. Find out more at tcenergy.com.
One iced coffee?
99 cents, please.
For real? No way. One iced coffee?
99 cents, please.
For real? No way. What a deal.
Your new morning groove. Iced coffee from McDonald's, any size for just 99 cents till 11 a.m. Price and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
All right, Sandro, it's time for Red One Reviews.
Yes, and I'm channeling my inner Santa Claus for these reviews.
Do you feel jolly?
Yeah, jolly,
Do you feel joyous?
Medium.
Do you feel merry?
Oh, I feel incredibly merry and Pippin.
Then you what? Then you won't relate to any of these reviews, because a lot of people were boo-booing this film. That being said, it was 30% from the critics, like 89%.
Really high on Rotten Tomatoes from the audience for this one.
Yeah, so
really high.
Clearly, someone had a bit of Christmas spirit, and these stinky critics didn't. But yeah, I've grabbed some reviews from Rotten Tomatoes.
Yes.
And from Letterboxd. And you've got to guess which is for which. You got to guess the scores, and you got to guess which review is my review.
Which one was yours? One of them's yours. Maybe two of them's yours. That'd be a fun twist.
Maybe two of them are mine.
Maybe they're all yours. You should do that one week. That'd be hilarious.
I could do it now because I changed the usernames to make it not obvious, and I realized I could just write all the reviews. I could put all of them, and I'm thinking of doing some fun stuff, but probably next year. I was keeping this format for now. I would never mix it up next week. All right.
Wow. Okay.
Bowl Liquor says, not enough polar bear. Total fairy bait.
Fairy bait? Furry bait. Oh, because the giant polar bears on the poster and don't get
not enough polar bear. Total furry bait.
I agree with you. That review, whoever that is, 2 out of 5.
0.5.
Oh, that's so negative.
Yeah, because it was not enough polar bear. Total furry bait.
This person knows what they want, and they want a giant furry polar bear.
Yeah.
That's what they want.
And all they want for Christmas is a giant polar bear.
Yeah.
Sausage Swiper says, can you tell the story of a near tragedy of Christmas that doesn't come in a new way? No. But at least The Rock can punch someone in the face.
It's got to be a negative review. Maybe like a 1.5.
That's 2.5.
Okay.
2.5
right.
for The Rock.
Yep. All right.
2.5 for The Rock. Maybe you'll get Doorway Sniffer, who says, oh my God, exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation marks, defines the standard for movies in this genre.
What genre?
Christmas.
Christmas? This defines the standard.
Yeah.
That's fair, actually. I don't disagree with that.
If they've only watched, like, crappy Christmas movies, this would probably blow their mind.
That's true, actually. This is a high-budget Christmas adventure, so...
Yeah.
5 out of 5, surely.
It's 5 out of 5.
Yeah, okay, cool, excellent. I got one right. I'm Santa Claus.
Yeah, because they were a bit jolly. Maybe you'll get along with Gully Gork, who says, I would let that polar bear rail me.
There it is. There is the one I was waiting for. 4 out of 5 for the polar bear.
It's 2.5.
Oh, God. Okay.
You forgot the fact that there's not much in the fucking movie.
That's true. That's true. I forgot that key
and
part.
Finally, the final review. I think you can guess what the reviewer's name is for this one. Come on, Sandra. You can figure this out.
DeLorean.
The ghost of past, present, and future.
Fuck.
Says, because it's time travel, but Christmassy.
Time travel, but yeah, gotcha. Yeah, that's fun.
It says, why are half of these reviews just about wanting to fuck the polar bear?
I've been guessing what platform they're from. That's Letterboxd.
Yeah.
3.
It's 2.5. You were close.
2.5 as well. All right, yeah. Oh man, okay. My guess
sorry,
is...
no, you were right. That was a 3. Sorry, I was wrong. No, that was a 3.
I got one. I'm Santa Claus. I get all the jolly ones.
There you go. Well done.
I honestly think that first one, Total Furry Bait, is you.
Oh,
because I think
that was me.
You definitely wrote one of the polar bear reviews. That's my vibe. And I think that one's yours. I think the more explicit polar bear one, that's a Letterboxd.
Which one was that one?
The polar bear
railing?
Yeah, that one.
Wanting to fuck the polar bear.
The railing one, I think. Wait,
the
wasn't
railing
that the same one? Was there...
No. Because there was one that said, I would let the polar bear rail me. And then the next one after that was, why did half of these reviews just about wanting to fuck the
that
polar
one
bear?
Is also rotten. That one's also Letterboxd.
Yeah.
As is the other polar bear review. And then the first one's yours. And then the other two are Rotten Tomatoes.
Well, the Rotten Tomatoes ones, you got correct.
Okay.
But the first one was a Letterboxd review.
Oh.
And the second last one was a Letterboxd, because my review was why half of these reviews just about to want to fuck the polar bear.
That's pretty funny. That's a good review.
I pulled a little bamboozle on ya.
Oh, you did a Yule ad move right there. You were the trickster.
I pulled a little Yule, I disguised myself as a reviewer.
You did.
I shape-shifted into reviewer.
Oh, very funny.
And I just thought it was funny that I found multiple reviews that are about fucking the polar bear, and I was like, I'm gonna make a joke about that.
Well, there we go. And that's the episode of Red One. Thank you so much for listening to our review of this jolly Christmas time. We'll do another one next week, more Christmas. Zach will pick it soon. Very excited for that. But if you like the show, number one way to help us out, if you want to, just tell a friend. Be like, hey friend, do you want to fuck a polar bear?
Yeah.
And your friend will be like, no, what the fuck? And you'll be like, good. Then watch this movie. He's barely in it.
Yeah, because it's polar bear sex is barely in this movie, and they'd be like, "What?" It's like,
why do you have to say barely?
Yeah. Barely.
Yeah.
Think of that.
You can also head to patreon.com/Oldie But A Goodie pod for ad-free episodes and bonus episodes as well. Out this Wednesday, the final bonus episode of the year, is also episode 100. Bonus episode 100.
Whoa.
We're doing Neverending Story 3, because we did number 2 as episode 1. So we're bringing it back around. For the
Speaking of
100th.
kind of time travel, well, it's just kind of a tradition. But
it is.
Traditions, Christmas.
Yeah, that's right.
And I'm looking forward to it, because, I like the Neverending Story, the 1 and 2, although... You liked 2 more than 1, which is
I think 2,
criminal opinion.
2 feels more like Narnia, and therefore I like it more.
Fair enough. You're a wholesome Christian boy, so you got to stick with your beliefs.
Yeah.
So
true.
I'm excited to see the third one in this trilogy to wrap it up. We'll see if that's any good.
I'm excited to see Jack Black, who's in it for some reason.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I know about it. So that'll be out on Wednesday. Looking forward to that. And Zach, one other quick thing to say before we finish up and you pick a movie is that, yes, next week is our Christmas special, and it's also going to be our last episode of the year.
Yeah.
Very exciting. We are going to be going on break, but not just for a couple episodes. We're actually going to be going on the longest break we've ever had, because here's the thing. We're just going to go on break for a while. That's basically why. Because we usually try and come back like at the end of January, but we're still busy at that point. So we're going to push it back a little bit. We'll be back like mid-Feb.
Yeah.
We'll be taking a while off.
Then, but we'll see how we go.
We'll release a bunch of Patreon episodes for free, maybe some new movie reviews. We might go see Avatar and release something about that at some point.
I want to do that, but I am away for a chunk of January. So.
Yeah, so we'll be back in Feb, just in case you're like, where the hell did the boys go? So if you want to catch the only episode that we're going to be releasing in January, that's on Patreon, and it's X-Men Apocalypse, so it's going to be a long fucking review. So
fucking boy, can't wait for that.
If you want new content from us in January, you can go there. But yeah, next week is the final episode of the year. And because it's the final episode of the year, you're not actually going to be doing any connections for it. Because after that, when we return in February, we got to do the award show.
Yeah, that's right. And then after the award show, then we can do Then we'll see what we're doing.
Yeah, then we're going to be doing because we're doing connections next year, and the movie that kicks off next year does have to be connected to the movie that you're about to pick. But we're not going to say what the movie is until next year. So
yeah,
which will be fun. But anyway, Zach, you've got to pick a movie now. A Christmas movie, a fun, jolly Christmas time.
A fun, jolly Christmas time. Yeah, I'm looking forward to this because I already know going into this, it has to be a Christmas film.
Yeah, it has to be. That's the rules.
So Sandro can't mess this up. He literally can't. He can't screw us over. He can't do anything because it's just Christmas films. It's just going to be a grand old time.
Well, Zach,
we already did the British remake of the American remake of that British one with the guy from Spy Kids.
The Christmas. Bernard and the Genie.
Yes. Yeah, Bernard and the Genie. We
Those
already
were some
did
fun
that
Christmas
one.
times. Yeah.
Yeah, except for the Amazon version.
I didn't mind it. It was fine.
It was terrible.
Well, Zach, I've got 6 movies for you to pick from.
6. Oof. All
but
right,
what we're going to be doing
started.
is I'm going to be giving you... it's what we've been doing the last while. So you have 1 point, 2 point, 3 points. You got to give them out.
Gotcha.
Each category is going to have 2 rounds. So I'm actually splitting it in half. I'll give you 3 things.
Okay.
You got to allocate points. 3 things got to allocate points.
You're mixing
so everything
it up.
gets a bit of an even split.
Oh, so everything's gonna get points.
Yes.
But only obviously one will get more points.
I split it up because I thought it would just be more interesting to listen to as well. So
yeah. Okay,
good.
Absolutely, that's cool.
And also, all these movies are bad. All right, let's start with the first round.
Good, great. I'm looking forward.
I hope you're ready for a cursed Christmas, Zach.
Yep, I'm looking forward to it.
Round 1, we'll do some genres.
Genres, hit me.
Adventure, horror, comedy.
Ooh, I'm going to give horror the 3. I'm going to give comedy the 1. And I'm going to give adventure the 2. I'm scared of a bad comedy.
All right.
Terrified.
That's very interesting on the board. All right. Comedy, family, fantasy.
Ooh, I'm going to give fantasy 3. Oh, fantasy bad. No, I'm going to give fantasy 1, actually. I was going to give that a 3, but then I remembered the fucking goat story, and I immediately pivoted.
I did specifically say that all these are bad, so it's fair for you to be very...
I just goat story. No, not goat story. Okay, I'm going to give that a 1.
Okay.
I'm going to give this comedy a 3. And then Sandro, you're the one who put the movie there. You can't be disappointed when I'm picking it. And then the other one too.
Okay.
What was the other one? Adventure or something?
Family.
Family. Oh God. Okay. Yeah, give it that a 2, I guess.
Family a 2. All right. Round 2. Actors.
Round 2. Actors. Let's go.
Okay. John Lithgow.
Oh, I love John Lithgow.
Yeah, he's great.
That'll do, pig. That'll do.
We love him. Corey Feldman, who he was in Bordello of Blood. He's a fucking weirdo. Kid actor.
Oh, yeah. I remember him. Yeah, he's great.
Yep.
He's great.
And Hulk Hogan.
Hulk Hogan.
You don't need to look him up. Don't look him up. You already know what he looks like.
Hulk
He's
Hogan.
a piece of shit, but he's in some fun movies, so.
Oh, he's a silly goober. Well, I'm gonna give John Lithgow 3, obviously.
All right.
Because he's great. I'll give Hulk the 2 though.
Okay.
I think that could be fun. And then sorry Corey, but the other 2 are better.
Corey's getting a 1. All right.
Sorry, I think he's fine. I just think these other 2 options I like more.
Now, for the second bunch of actors, no one in these movies you would recognize, so I've gone for people who I think would be good in these movies.
Oh,
yes.
Okay.
Carl Urban.
Okay.
We liked him from Riddick.
Yeah.
Danny Trejo, Machete from Spy Kids, and also his own movies.
Yeah.
And Chris Pratt.
Chris Pratt gets the 1.
Okay. Yeah, fair.
Ooh, but what are the other options? What was the other options again?
Carl Urban, Danny Trejo.
I'll give Carl Urban the 3.
Ooh, nice. Okay.
Yeah, because I do like Carl Urban. Carl Urban's, I love that guy. And 2 to the other one. Yeah.
All right. Okay, cool. Now for round 3, you'll be able to ask some questions later. I just wanted to prepare some because...
No, this is
just
good.
To keep it
this
speedy.
is good because it's making it fast, especially with the 3 options for each, because I know each of them is going to get points, which is making me like, I could just be like, boom, 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 you know?
It is... The results are very interesting so far. Very, very interesting. Okay. These are what reindeer these movies would be. To keep it Christmassy. Yes.
Oh, I have biases in this area, so you'll see my biases come out here.
And to help the listeners, I'll give a quick description of the reindeer as well. So, for the first round, Comet. It's kind of like laid back, right? It's like a laid back reindeer.
Yeah,
he's a cool
he's chill.
Donna. The strong one. He's a strong one. And then Dancer, the partier. Loves the party. Comet, Donna, Dancer.
This is tricky. This is a very tricky one. I think I give Comet the 2.
Okay.
Donna the 3.
Wow.
And then what was Dancer?
Dancer, party lover.
Fuck you, Dancer. Fuck off.
Man, that movie is not doing well. Okay. Rudolph. Shy, brave. You know, he's the only one with a character arc, really.
With a red nose, I hear.
Blitzen, fast one, the Flash of the reindeer, and Vixen.
Oh,
the fierce reindeer.
Oh shit!
Yeah, Rudolph, Blitzen, Vixen.
You put 2 of my top because I like Blitzen and I like Vixen.
I bet you do.
So I'm gonna give Rudolph 1. Rudolph 1 immediately. Fuck you, Rudolph. Everyone talks about Rudolph and. It's like, oh, wow, they had a red nose, they got bullied. Who gives a... Fuck you, Rudolph. Fuck you, you special little bitch.
Fucking hell, so rude. Poor Rudolph.
Blitzen, I'll give the 2 to Blitzen. I would have given them the 3.
Yep.
But Vixen, they're just cool.
Okay. Wow. Wowee. Round 4.
I feel bad for Dancer.
Round 4. What movies... The movies I've picked... as characters The Rock has played.
Ooh, I'm excited for this round.
This is the last prepared round that I have.
Yeah.
You've got his character from Fast and Furious, Hobbs.
Yep.
He's an FBI man, but he likes to bend the rules a little bit. You got...
I like me Hobbs.
His character, quote-unquote, from Jumanji. How would you describe his character from Jumanji?
The character is playing like a nerd who gets a jock body and then does silly things. And then he just is The Rock for the rest of the film.
Yeah, for real. And then also Black Adam as well.
Black Adam. Well, I know. Here's the thing. I don't mind Black Adam so much, but I know your opinion on the Black Adam.
Have you seen the movie? I like the character. Have you seen the movie?
No.
It's a fucking terrible film. Fucking sucks, dude.
Which is why I'm giving that one a 1, because I think you put that on the worst movie. It has to be, right? I guess I'll give Hobbs the 3.
Okay.
Because at least Hobbs has a character, right?
Yeah, for sure.
It's not an amazing character, but it's a character.
It's a character.
You know?
He gets an arc. He does a bunch of things.
Yeah, exactly, right? Whereas Jumanji, he's just The Rock. So I'll give it a 2. But, that's definitely a 2. Like, I'm not against The Rock. It's just not, No. I've seen The Rock before.
I getcha. Okay, the second bunch is Tooth Fairy.
Nice.
Tooth Fairy. His character from the League of Super Pets, which is Crypto. He's the voice of Crypto. And then also Jungle Cruise, which is Pirates of the Caribbean, but The Rock's in it.
This is hard.
Yeah.
This is good. I'm going to give the Tooth Fairy a 3.
Yeah, all right.
Because it's the Tooth Fairy, and that's funny. I'll give Crypto the 1. Sorry, Crypto the 1. My bad.
And Jungle Cruise gets the 2.
Yeah.
Which has... Okay, very interesting. All right, you can ask a question or 2 now.
I think I have 1 question I want to ask.
Yep.
And if you think the scores look all right, that could be it. My question is, if these movies were going to gift me a present for Christmas, what would be the present that they would give me?
Fuck, okay, all right.
Yeah. I want the best gifts. Maybe it's like a Secret Santa situation, And so I want to see what they're giving me, because if they give me something good, they might get 3 points.
Okay.
If they give me something shit, they might get 1 point. Maybe I give the shit gift 3 points.
That's true.
It's funny.
Yeah, no, for sure. All right, I've got it. Here we go. Are you ready?
All right. I am ready.
Number 1, a classic Christmas gift. So I'm thinking like something really classic. The first thing that popped into mind was a chocolate and wine hamper.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. Chocolate and wine hamper.
They don't really know me, but they wanted to get me something nice.
Yes, exactly.
And I appreciate that effort on their part, because that is nice.
Yeah.
That's nice. I feel like that's nice from anyone. I appreciate this gift.
For the next one, I'm going to go like one of those, like, do you remember like Action Men? Like G.I. Joe, like movable action figures that you can kind of move around, play with a bunch, but they also look pretty good on your shelf as well.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
It's that one. And then
Is this like a good priced one? Is it like nice? You know?
It's collector's edition, honestly. It's a fancy as fuck one.
That's
fancy.
nice. I like that. They know I'm a bit nerdy, but their heart's to the right place.
And then the last one for this first round is like, do you remember those toys where you'd like it's like a slab of like sand, and you'd like have to pretend to be an archaeologist and like unearth the skeleton or whatever is within it. You'd use the tools and like chip away at it.
I remember I got a little egg.
Yeah.
And then you had to chip away at the sand, and there'd be like little bones inside, and you could build a dinosaur.
Yeah, one of those.
Oh, this is good. I'm going to give the bone dinosaur one. I'm going to give that one 3.
All
I'm
right.
going to give that 3 because I love that shit as a kid.
Yeah,
that shit
for sure.
was fucking fire, dude. That shit was fucking fire.
It's a damn good toy.
Yeah. The problem with those toys is they are one-shot toys, right?
Yeah.
But, oh boy, was I excited to get one of those. Ooh. The other two are still pretty good. I think all these gifts were pretty good.
Chocolate wine hamper, action figure.
I think if I didn't have biases, that last one was a 1.
Yeah.
But because I have biases, that one's a 3.
The biases
which means...
is honestly welcomed.
Yeah. And so I think the GI is getting the 1.
Okay.
Unfortunately.
That's fair.
It would have gotten a 2 before, but it got demoted down to a 1 because of the biases.
Look, that's fair.
And so I'll give the 2 to the hamper, because that's just a good present for anyone. And was going to be my 3.
Yep. Okay, and then the second round, to answer your question, I'm going to go like a collection of classic Christmas vinyl records. A bunch of good classic songs.
Oh.
And also a record player as well to go with it. Just in case you don't have
record
one.
player.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus
So you can
Christ.
play them. You can actually play them.
Okay. I'll give you the benefit that I have a record player.
Okay.
So they can just be the vinyls if you prefer, Sandro. Whatever you think.
A Christmas-themed record player as well is given to you.
Oh,
as well as the vinyls.
That's
with a receipt
wild.
for the record player, though, if you want to return it.
Okay. Well, this present is like crazy. These people have way too much money and or time on their hands for this. Because that's crazy that it's a Christmas themed vinyl player. But then they also get me the receipt.
Yeah.
These people are a little bit kooky,
That's
I'm gonna say.
Pretty accurate. You get a tub of protein shake.
Yo, let's fucking go, dude.
But
That's
it's a bad
expensive.
one.
Oh.
It's a cheap bad one. It's not very
Oh.
good. It is like chocolate flavored, but it just kind of tastes like dirt a little bit. But it's got really good protein in it. Like it'll work, but it tastes like shit. It's a bad one.
I was gonna give them the benefit here because protein is quite expensive. So I was gonna be like, oh, hey, that's actually a pretty decent, like, you know, I would appreciate that.
Yeah,
but if
for
if it's really cheap, shitty tasting one,
Not good
it does
quality.
bring it down a bit. It does lower it down a bit, I'm afraid.
And the last one here is a little bit of Marmite.
Oh,
Yeah.
a little bit of Marmite.
Marmite.
Well, okay, like a tub, right?
A tub of
like
Marmite.
a tub of Marmite.
Yeah. Maybe
okay.
some other like goods from your home country as well. But Marmite's like the main.
No.
The main star.
I absolutely appreciate that it's Marmite and not Vegemite. I'm gonna give the protein powder 1. Like, I'm sorry. Like, it might have worked for me as a present, because I would have appreciated that because I don't mind a bit of protein powder.
Yeah, for sure.
But it's also, not only is it like just random protein powder for someone as a gift, but also shitty protein powder. Fuck you.
Really bad
Fuck
one.
you.
Yeah, that's bad. That's a bad brand.
How is the Christmas Records guy doing better than you, you fucking idiot?
Yeah.
I'm going to give the Christmas Records the 2.
Okay.
Not that they were that bad. I appreciated this. This was a pretty good present. But I like the Marmite better because I'm like, New Zealand oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
All right, we have a tie now for first.
We have
a tie between two films. I'm going to need a tiebreaker question.
For just these two?
Just two. We're only going to do these two.
Okay. If these were a type of cookie, what type of cookie would these films be?
Fuck. All right.
Yeah. You've got 2 cookies here. I'm picking which cookie I'm taking off. If either one of these is a macaroon, it's going in the bin.
Okay, I have the answer. So let's go for the first one.
Okay.
It's going to be an Anzac cookie.
Ooh.
Anzac cookie.
I like an Anzac.
Yeah.
I like an Anzac.
Real
Anzacs
good.
are pretty solid.
Perfect texture as well. Crunchy, but chewy in the middle. It's got everything you want. It's warm as well. Very good.
My grandmother makes Anzacs, and they fucking slap.
And then you've also got a Christmas star cookie.
Oh,
so it's
okay.
The cookie's a star. It's got like some sugar sprinkled on it. It's quite it's kind of like shortbread texture a little bit.
Oh, yeah. I like shortbread. Oh, those are pretty. These are both pretty good cookies.
Yeah. Can only give 1 point to one of them.
Yeah. I'm immediately leaning towards the Anzac. Just because I really like Anzac.
Any particular reason why that's one that you like? It's just a favorite. Brings back Christmas memories.
My grandmother has like a homemade Anzac cookie recipe that she makes quite often because they're very popular at our house because they're really good.
I feel like I've probably had them.
Yeah, I think
actually
you probably have. Yeah. Because she made them a lot. The other one is more Christmassy themed, though.
This is true.
I think I will go with Anzac, though. I'm going to give the 1 point to the Anzac.
Yes!
I feel like I've made a mistake.
No,
I feel
you
like
have made the correct choice. They're both... Out of the 2 finalists, I was happy with these 2. I was happy with these 2.
Okay.
It was looking
that's
real
good.
bad for a bit there, but I was happy with these 2. Okay.
Here
we go.
Excited to hear. I want to hear from lowest points to highest points.
From lowest to highest points. Well, on lowest points, you pretty much gave this movie 1 across the board, which is fair enough. This is a movie actually chosen by our editor, Starkey.
Oh, I am so sorry, Starkey. That's rough, man.
He got a random DVD of this as a kid and kept watching it. It's an animated film called The Happy Elf. Now, look it up, and it's truly it's a cursed Christmas. This looks fucking weird, man.
Oh, no. Oh, it's one of these. Oh, I hate his face. I hate his face so much. I've seen animation styles like this. There was another one, I think, made by the same studio.
Very much could have been, yeah.
That haunted me for years.
It's like really like low quality but high detail animation, which just makes it look fucking weird.
Yeah. Ooh.
Yeah. So that one
that is rough.
Chosen by Starkey. Do you have any words to say after that one not getting chosen?
I'm a little disappointed that it didn't get chosen, but don't you worry. It will make a comeback. I'm making sure of it.
I shed a tear.
Yeah, sorry I didn't pick that one for you. We'll do better next year.
The second lowest is, funnily enough, a movie that takes place on Christmas: Puppet Master versus Demonic Toys.
Whoa! No way!
Yes.
Oh, that would have been nice to do.
That would have been fun.
That would have been fun.
Oh, Happy Elf was Blitzen. Puppet Master was Vixen.
Yeah.
As well.
I rated those ones highly.
You did.
I'd like to point out that the Happy Elf director directed the Angry Birds movie 2 and 3. So I just wanted to
3?
Throw that out there. And the Angry Birds, yes, that is coming out.
Oh my goodness, I didn't know they were making a third one. That's
they are
like
making a third one.
20 years too late at this point. What the hell are they doing?
It was 20 years too late when the first one came out.
The third lowest is a film recommended by Rob Lloyd.
Oh.
But it's bad. It's called Santa Claus the Movie.
Santa Claus the Movie, okay.
From the 80s. It's like an origin story of Santa, but then also like Santa's... He's like, fucking capitalism, man. What the hell?
90... Oh, what the frick?
Yeah, it's the...
Oh, this looks weird.
The official Santa Claus film. Apparently, it's... The producer made Superman the movie, and then he was like, I'm going to keep making the movie. And then he was like, I'm going to do Santa Claus the movie.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
So it's the official Santa Claus. It looks fun.
Yeah.
I like, it's got that, reindeer sleigh, sort of like very traditional Santa Claus
for sure.
thing.
Man,
I see it.
I've got too many movies to go through what the things you voted for were. But that
That's
one
right.
was the classic, like, chocolate hamper, because it's like a classic chocolate.
Yeah, that's all right. I think we could just go through the movies.
Yeah. This one was really high for a while, and I was scared because it's the one I wanted to do the least. Santa with muscles.
Santa with muscles. This is why you gave me shitty protein. I know this.
This is the protein
you
one.
Bastard.
This is the protein one. Yes.
You were putting your foot on the scales.
I didn't want to.
Actually, the protein's shit. Actually, it's shit protein.
I just wanted to save us from not doing a feature-length Hulk Hogan family film where he plays Santa Claus.
Actually, Hulk Hogan's a piece of shit, and I hate that actor. Actually, don't pick that one, Zach. Actually,
I think
shit gift.
It immediately got 3s out the board, and I was like, no. What came in second, though, was honestly probably my number one pick. So I'm pretty happy that it came close. It's called Rare Exports: A Christmas Tale. It is a Finnish horror film where archaeologists uncover Santa's tomb.
Yo, holy shit!
Get hit with the curse of Santa.
Sick. Oh. Oh, that's a shame. It looks like a picture of The Thing, one of the posters.
It does.
Almost. That's so sick. Oh, man, that would have been awesome.
It looks really fucking weird.
That looks so sick.
But the movie that won, and I'm very happy that we're ending the year out on this, is a film called Kiwi Christmas.
I knew it. I knew as soon as you said Marmite that it was going to be New Zealand film. What is it?
It's a movie where Santa is sick of capitalism, so he runs away to New Zealand to live in New Zealand. He retires to New Zealand.
This film looks fucking...
I did say that all these movies were bad. I did say that these were all bad
Rare
movies.
Exports: The Christmas Tale looks genuinely good and has a high rating as well to back it up. That film looks actually good, and I was so close to picking it.
You were very close.
That I picked the fucking Kiwi Christmas. Fuck.
Kiwi Christmas.
But also Kiwis, though.
I mean, look, we haven't done a New Zealand film in a very long time, so
I'm excited for some Kiwi boys, but fuck. I wish we were doing the Raw Experts and Christmas Tale. Shit,
And my connection is Santa Claus.
Sandra.
Yep.
You've been naughty this year.
What do you mean? What are you talking about?
You're going on the naughty list for this.
Oh, that means I got to meet bloody Daddy Krampus. Let's go.
Oh no.